Oh, hey. Welcome back to Threefold Quest. This is a live actual play D&D podcast with three people. We got Nick Kirk as Rin, myself as Lok, and Skylar Gearhart as the Dungeon Master.
Hello.
Just a quick recap. We got last week we had our party meeting up with Raj on the banks of the river. I'm just going to read this straight up. He escorted them back to the old grove in the Palm Gin plantation, where he performed a burial for the fallen direbats, and replenished Lok's stash of underroot. Here he explained that this grove was one of many interconnected groves around the world. He feared other groves may be in trouble, lost and without a guardian to protect them. After getting more information about the threat to the north, the neighboring Kenku village, and the unspoken peace accord of the islands, they embarked alongside the river to investigate the source of the disturbance. Several hours of travel led them to a compound or construction site with some Kenku workers and a rather distressed gnome foreman. They offered their services and met with a wealthy-looking dragonborn guy. They put on a show of force, demanding the dragonborn return with them to the village to stand trial for his crimes of natural devastation and disharmony. But he refused. And before they could subdue him, he blinked out of the tent and a battle began to ensue. They fought valiantly in a great battle of the elements. A couple enemies fell before Rin was struck unconscious with a mighty lightning bolt. All seemed lost. But the Dragonborn, having been severely injured and focusing on self-preservation, made his escape into the jungle. And after resting a while in the tent, waiting out the storm, Lok turned into a swift horse and carried Rin on his back into the town. He traveled for hours until he saw the town, and once he saw Raj, collapsed from being exhausted. Our party took a long rest to recover from the battle and found themselves awake the next day, a little wiser and a little stronger, like tempered steel, hardened in the hottest of flames.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Sam, for that lovely recap of the events that took place on our last session.
Music now?
Welcome to Threefold Quest.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. As we start, we'll just jump right into it. So yeah, our party is awaking, refreshed, refreshed enough for another day, I would say. You know, after yesterday's pretty traumatic events. Oh, that river's blowing
loud
hard
today. Yeah.
Rin, as you awake, the one thing you notice that is a little bit unusual about your evening's rest is that you did not dream at all.
Yo, I was dead.
Yeah.
You were dead asleep, dude.
You know, for
100%.
months now, you know, before this adventure started, you'd been plagued with these dreams of your family, right? And then lately, since this adventure has begun, you've been not plagued, but you've been visited often by Seraphina and her guides through your dreams. Tonight, however, nothing. You awake. You are underground. You vaguely remember coming down
They buried
into the dwelling. No, you're on a nice, little matted bed, and you wake. You imagine you're in one of these Tortle dwellings. There's no one in the room. It's about 10 feet of a circular space that you see in front of you.
Okay. Kind of wake up a little bit flustered, like, ugh.
I should put a little makeup.
Kind of confused where I'm at.
Yeah, there are a few.
But realizing, like, it seems like I'm safe based on how I remember losing consciousness. I have a brief moment of remembering Raj in front of me before fading back out into, like, darkness. Am I alone completely?
Yeah, you're waking up on the bed. You appear to be underground. To your left, you see daylight starting to trickle in from what appears to be a small, like, ramped stairway.
Mm-hmm.
There are some chests right next to the bed that you're on, or mat on the floor that you're kind of on. There's appears to be a wooden carving. You can see without a perception roll or anything like that. It's a very fine carving of looks like Raj and Coraline. So you think that maybe this is their place. There's some chests, and you see a couple of small kegs about the size of the one in your pack on the other side of the room as well.
Okay. Am I, like, do I have all my stuff
Yep,
still? Or?
your pack is right there. Everything that you had on you. You do a quick 2-minute, like, you take the keg out, you look, it's all still there. You put the keg back in. It takes you about 2 minutes to double check everything is all good.
Yeah, I get all my stuff together and kind of mosey out of the tent to see what's going on outside. I don't know what time it is or anything, so I'm just checking.
Absolutely. And that brings us to outside. We'll pause on you for a second. Lok, you had a very nice slumber, and as you wake up to the morning, you start to hear the some giggling of children and some tussling around, and you realize that you are still a horse. You are completely, you're lying down just like horses do, and as you awake, you see these children kind of rushing away from you and blushing and giggling as you awake.
Yeah, I feel one kind of pulling at my mane, and I'm just kind of like not really trying to wake up. I'm just having a hard time. I do that horse thing where they're like,
as the small Tortle child gets kind of tumbles backwards and rolls over their shell back onto their feet, you notice that you have some flowers and seashells that you can see braided into your mane of your horse form. And you're still just lying there.
I kind of just, okay. And I get up and I kind of like shake my mane, and I hear like the clinkling of the shells, like all clinking together.
As you do this, you stand up and kind of, do the, horse shimmy. Your form immediately kind of flushes back, and you revert to your normal half-human, or half-orc, half-Goliath form.
Please tell me he still has the shells braided in his hair.
But as you tussle, your white mane your white man mane, you do notice that the shells and flowers are still braided into some of the locks of your hair.
I go, it's not a bad look you had, but you forgot one thing. And I pluck a shell, and it's actually a live hermit crab. This one still needs his home. And I kind of reach down on my knees and I just plop it in the hand of one of the young turtles.
Yeah, they take it and they're like, oh my god, you're so much taller than they anticipated. Like, they'd seen horses before, it seems, but never someone 7 feet tall. And they
become not a horse.
They kind of like rush off and like go over to the river as kind of a flock of children, and they put the little hermit crab back into the riverside. And they're watching it kind of float down the stream, and they start to kind of follow it as it does. It's about this time that Rin makes his way out of the dwelling. Both of you, none the worse for wear. Raj, you hear, greet you. He says, good morning there. How did you fare yesterday?
I look at Rin and I go,
I don't think I'm there yet.
You're both there now.
Oh, I made my way up.
He sees you,
Okay.
come out of his house. And
As I go up to you, I'm like, nice look.
I think I might keep it.
I wasn't thinking so. It looks pretty good.
So too. It's good that you're back. How are you feeling?
That hurt. I've been better, but I was gonna say I've been worse, but I don't think I've been worse.
No.
This is
You were probably as close to dead as I've seen anything.
How did I get back?
Don't worry about
It's the closest to heaven
it.
I've ever been.
All right. I kind of just look at him like, don't worry about. Okay.
All that matters is that you're safe and we're together and healthy again.
Did you kill him?
I did not.
Oh. So we have some work out.
To be honest, I didn't know if I was going to make it back. I pled to the one God that I knew, and it was silent. But lucky for us, it seemed like he was injured. It seemed like he just wanted to get away with his life.
Well,
That sounds like a heck of a time.
oh, I forgot you were here, Raj. I'm sorry. We had a little bit of catching up to do.
So, whoever it was, they escaped?
Seems to be that way. For now.
Do you know anything about a wealthy dragonborn?
Well,
White scales, fancy looking dress.
Maybe a slight affinity to the arcane.
Just a slight.
sounds like type we've had sometimes in the past. Usually, folk like that travel here from New Brokenport. But it's been a while since we've had anyone like that. Perhaps, if you were to return, there might be more information to be gathered about the identity of this person. It's around this time that you guys start to notice that the Tortle village is a little bit busier today than it was yesterday. You see that everyone is out. It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 6:30, 7 a.m., give or take. The sun is just coming up, and there appears to be some familiar faces around. They're not engaging with you at the moment. They're kind of off in the distance doing their own thing. But you do notice that Scully is here from the Shell and Scallywag, and you also notice that Taj is here as well. And it appears that there is something to do today. And Raj continues to you and says, you see, we've been preparing. We figured there might be a trial coming. So we've gathered some gold as a reward if you were to return, this dragonborn, as you say. And we'd be able to proceed with a swift and just trial.
Not for the sake of greediness, but how much gold is the reward for capturing? Only because, based on our last experience, if we need to recruit some help, it might help to know how much we may be able to offer the help that is given us.
Well, not sure. We don't get many other travelers to the village here. I'm not sure who you'd be recruiting for help. The only person here that's capable of that type of thing would be me. Best I could do is, perhaps if you send me a sign, I could try and help the best I can if you were in grave danger. With things like this, sometimes swiftness can be our ally.
He might not expect us back so soon after taking such a beating.
The
And who knows if
pirates...
he required or healed up as much as we need to.
Recovered.
Recovered. My brain's not working.
Recovered is
Required. I'm still a little shaken up after yesterday.
You bring up a good
I
point.
might have hit my head when I fell.
Oh, you hit your head.
On the side of your saddle.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how I
there
got
were no
home.
saddles involved. It was a bareback.
Ooh.
Sorry,
You enjoyed it. I think you bring up a valid point, Raj. Maybe he hasn't recovered. Maybe going after him swifter is the way to go.
Should we maybe try to see if there's anywhere we can get maybe some supplies and then head back upriver? He might
you
not
guys
expect us to
need-
be right in his place again.
If you needed something to take with you, something for prisoners, you could try these. And he goes, into a little container near the outside of his home and pulls out what appears to be a rusty set of manacles. He says, "We have one of these just in case we need a trial." And he
I look
hands
at
it-
him and I go, "Thanks for offering those last time."
He says, "It's important to us here that we mean no harm. When we have a trial, the worst outcome of a guilty party is a marking and they are exiled. Shall they return, that's when we let the pirates down at the bazaar and the luau lounge, they get to deal with them then."
Raj, this may be a lot to ask, but something we encountered when we arrived at this resort, he calls it, was a magical symbol where we couldn't walk through the gates because we were...
Broke
I
bitch,
think it
I
said
think was the
broke
term that was
bitches.
used.
Well,
Is it-
that'll happen sometimes.
Is it possible to get half the purse for this job? If we don't complete it, we will give it back so that we can ensure entry into the compound.
He thinks and he says, "You two have done us already great services with the information and your willingness to accept such a offer for strangers. I can do you one better." And he goes into the same container and pulls out a pouch. He just kind of willy-nilly just dumps half of the pouch, like he loosens the top and just dumps about half of it back in. About half of the pouch back in to the container, just loose coins in the bottom of it. And he takes that out, and then he also takes out looks like a little packet of palm gin leaves from the trees of the palm gin trees, and he says, "Half of the purse, as you requested, And these will come in quite handy. And he hands you, he says, these are, I call them gooder berries. They are a little something that grows locally here, and quite delicious. And you get the sense that he's trying to tell you that they might restore 1d4 hit points as a bonus action.
It's a weird sense.
And you also get the sense that if you ate one of these, you'd be nourished for the entire day. He hands it to one of you,
I'll take it.
Lok, and there's you kind of flip open the one leaf. It's like an envelope style, and there's like 8 little bluish green berries in there.
Lambus berries.
Sure.
Or gooder.
We call these lambus berries down.
Oh, lambus berries.
Don't eat too many of these. One bite of these will keep you full for an entire day.
You want to give me half of them, just in the off chance we're not next to each other?
Yeah, I give him half. How many do we have total?
8 total, so you guys
4
can
each.
add 4. You might have to do a custom item there. Just try and remember you have them.
And I lied. I do not have the bugs in my possession. You would have those.
Yeah.
Cool.
1d4, you said?
Yeah, a straight D4. Like the regular Goodberry spell, I think is just like 1 HP flat. So these are gooder berries. The Raj special.
Oh, Raj. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking around and do I see Scully?
Yeah, you do actually. Scully is starting to make his way over to the lot of you, actually. And as he does, he says, "Good morning. How is everyone today?"
Scully's the Kenku, right?
No, Scully is a Tortle. He was the proprietor of the Shell and Scallywag. He was the one that explained the jobs on the board to you.
Right.
And the one that you guys, introduced yourselves to and ordered drinks from when you first arrived there.
Scully, good to see you. Good to see you made the trek up.
It's nice to see you, Lok Durgar, and just Rin.
Just Rin.
Oh. I was wondering, that Kenku that works as your barkeep.
Yeah, Tycho.
Tycho, have you seen him around anywhere?
Yeah, he was back at the Shell and Scallywag when I left him. I hope he's still there, otherwise everyone's probably drinking for free.
Maybe we
Well, if
should
he's
go
not
back
there, maybe we should.
I was wondering if... Did you ever hear him talk of a wealthy-looking dragonborn recruiting Kenkus?
Well, Tycho doesn't talk all that much. Not very conversational, those Kenkus.
He didn't repeat anything that he might have heard about dragonborn, white scales?
Not seen a dragonborn in over by the bazaar sometime.
I'm thinking, let's just go back. What are the Seems like anybody who saw the battle fled. The sooner we get back, the less chance more people will show up to work. We killed his henchman. If he comes back he didn't have time to raid his safe or anything like that. He will be back. He's a man who appreciates business and money. And both of them are at that spot upriver.
That's
Maybe
true.
we can catch him off guard.
I think you're right. But maybe this time we travel on the eastern side of the bank.
Just in case.
Because he fled northeastern,
Mm-hmm.
from what I could tell in the rain.
Maybe we
Good
can catch
job.
some signs of if he
That's exactly right.
came downriver or
Yeah.
something in the forest.
And something tells me he has...
I don't know if you have to talk up a little bit. I'm having trouble hearing you, though,
Okay.
so if you don't mind.
Something tells me he might have another base camp somewhere. And that if he traveled in retreat towards that direction, maybe there's another place we can find him too. We'll cover all our bases if we
Yeah.
go that way.
Let's check the resort. And then we know the direction he fled.
Yeah.
After searching there to see if he's been back or not. We can see if we can track the direction he went and if there's somewhere else he's hiding.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds like a plan to me. I think it's pretty good too, says Raj.
Thanks, Raj. You're a great friend.
And Scully says, "Oh," and Raj says, "Yeah, that reminds me. Scully had brought this by just in case, he didn't see you." And he hands Rin, just Rin.
Got a scroll.
He says, "Yeah, that came by Gull. Just the other day. I was gonna see if you came back to the shell, to meet your buddy Jack, right?" And when he says that, you guys remember Jack gave you 4 days, just a little setting.
Stay 3 now, right?
Stay 3. So you guys theoretically have all day today and then probably some of tomorrow
The
to
morning,
get back
yeah.
to the Shell and Scallywag.
And it was 60 gold apiece to take his boat to the
That's right.
new boat.
I thought it was 50.
60.
Darn it!
Okay.
Do we know... I can't remember if you told us how much the bounty was. He gave us half. Do we know how much gold is in the...
Did I not tell you?
I can't remember.
I think
don't
I
so.
said 200.
I
Okay.
think 200.
Yeah.
So he gave us 100.
Yeah.
No,
Ish.
he gave you 200.
Oh, he gave us 200.
So the full... He did give us half, though. Okay.
So it's 400.
Because I think I asked in relation to getting help, and I think you just told me nobody would help, but didn't actually tell me the amount.
Oh, I thought I did both, but it doesn't
Either
matter.
way.
It's 200.
If you did, I couldn't remember. So, okay, good to know. That's how much we've got. So, altogether, we've got, like, 475 gold or something. So, we might need to... I mean, we could probably just walk up the rocks, but if we need to get through the gate,
Yeah.
we have some
Well,
that we
we-
can pull together.
We know what the symbol is on the trap.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Rin, make a history check. With advantage.
Why are you all the way up there? 17.
You know that the ports of Mistralis would use gulls, like ocean gulls, as ravens to send messages across the Great Sea. So you imagine that probably came from one of the 2 cities that you got. It's sealed. It's the ink, not ink, the wax
Wax,
seal has a symbol of an owl, small owl.
Interesting.
You gonna open it?
I think so. Sorry, I was continuing the conversation to not be rude, but
Yeah,
thank you, Scully. I appreciate you delivering this to me.
yeah, of course. We appreciate the 2 of you helping our village with this problem, and I think we're all excited for a trial.
Don't get too excited yet. Things didn't go so well the last time, but we'll see. I'm gonna read my little thing now.
You
Thank
both
Sylvie.
look mighty capable to me, and sometimes you gotta roll with the punches, as they say.
That's right. And I kind of punch him on the shoulder a little bit.
Doesn't even flinch. It's like rock hard.
Oh, you're pretty sturdy fellow. Wow.
Yeah, yes.
I'm impressed. And then I go and
He's
I
got
kinda,
a shell.
I walk behind Rin and I just kind of crouch down and I'm trying to read over his shoulder, just unceremoniously, just like peeking over his shoulder.
I'm holding it in a way that you could be peeking.
I can't read it.
Intelligence roll.
Read it aloud. I can't read it.
I'll let you read it later. There's a lot of words here.
At this point, I imagine you guys are kind of going off into the woods. Is there anything else you need to ask of...
Maybe while I'm reading, see if there's anything else you have to ask.
Scully, do you know much about the eastern side of the river?
Pretty much everything north of this village here is wild. There can be dangerous beasts here and there. Raj might know a little bit more about what exactly. What do you think, Raj? Yeah, there's lots of gnarly things out there. Last I saw, we had some giant gorillas. There was also some plants and vines that kind of move and do their own thing. They're kind of groovy. Really bad things. I would say the apex predator is probably the displacer beasts.
Displacer beasts?
And you know from your time in your part of the world, which I'm forgetting, the Kazdor-Kal region, you are pretty familiar with displacer beasts. They are apex predators pretty much everywhere that they have territory. Their territory varies from woodlands to jungles to sometimes into the plains and mountain regions. You're pretty familiar with your time in the woods of some of their tactics, using their kind of tentacles to project an illusion of themselves nearby. And yeah, you know that their behaviors range from hunting for food to hunting for pleasure. They are, pretty
Gnarly.
hostile. And Raj says, yeah, there's not too many, but a few years back we had a small den of displacer beasts wander a little bit too close to the village, but don't you worry, we took care of them. No problems here for a while, though. Just be on the lookout, and be weary if you venture too far away from any of the... There's not really paths through the jungle, so, the river's a good landmark, and you don't want to get lost.
Hearing that Raj took care of the displacer beast problem, I'm kind of looking at him a little bit different now. And can I sense, like, a power level? Like, can I sense maybe that, like...
Make an insight check. I'll give you advantage because he's a druid.
Doesn't count. It's off the table. Unless it's a 20. Doesn't count.
Is that what we're doing?
I said earlier we had a house rule that if it rolls, you can take it. If it lands off the table, you can take it as it lies if you choose, or you can re-roll.
I'm going to take that. 5.
5.
He
With
rolled a
advantage?
5, a 4, and a 1. We're starting off good.
He's a very mysterious character, this Raj. He hides at will.
Based on the few interactions you've had with him, you're not an idiot, Lok, right? And especially when it comes to, like, the natural side of things. You can tell he's probably more powerful than you. You're not sure how powerful he is, but just based on kind of the way he carries himself, his markings seem to be very, very concise, very purposeful, if you would.
Yeah, I kind of look at him and I remember how he talked to the trees when we went in and how he communicated with the plants and animals. And kind of just him saying that he took care of the displacer beast problem. I'm definitely raising an eyebrow and feeling kind of like a sense of there's something else going on here. Like he might have more experience and more power than he initially kind of like projects.
Raj looks at you, kind of looking at him, and like kind of looking him up and down, and deep in thought. And he notices, and he says, "Yeah, every once in a while, you just gotta give him one of these." And he like you guys are pushed back from his form, rapidly changing, and he assumes the form of a giant owl bear. This like feathered bear body kind of pushes into both of you as he now occupies your space, and he lets out a mighty
I'm assuming, based on how long his conversation took, that I was still reading at this point. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I was completely caught off guard by that. I was not paying attention to that
Yeah, you guys
conversation.
are both kind of jostled back, and he goes, he just assumes the form for like a brief second, lets out a roar, and then slowly kind of, all within one kind of fluid motion, comes back to his, you know what I mean? You just gotta hit him with that, ba-ba-ba.
I look at him, and I'm like, and you're sure you don't want to accompany us on this trek upriver?
I'm not sure you guys really understand. Like, I'm like the glue that holds this place together. Remember that water wheel? Like, that would have taken forever without me. But I'm sure you guys will be fine. I don't want you to die, though, so, like, definitely send a sign of some sort, if you can, back this way. If you're gonna die, just let me know. And maybe, Scully can kind of, keep it together while I'm gone. But it worries me to be gone for more than, like, my morning walks.
I kind of like go like this, just getting the sand that was splashed all over my face and just wiping it off. And I'm like stunned. I'm like, that was you turning an owlbear.
Yeah, something
How?
I learned a while back. I can probably teach you if you want.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I do want.
Well, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. He gets like slightly. You get this. He's like turning over his shoulder to like look at his home, and you roll an insight check.
Oh, 16.
With a 16, you get the sense that like you remember Coraline, his wife,
Yeah.
was pretty quick with the coin and everything like that. You get the sense that he's kind of forgotten himself this morning and like already given you guys so much that he's like, well, we'll talk about that, maybe if we have time, after the trial.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Alright, let's get a move on. We're wasting daylight here.
Could I see that scroll there?
Sure.
Thanks.
You might not understand what's going on. I've been having...
Do you want to read it to the class?
Maybe I'll read it.
Okay. I didn't bring my spectacles.
It's been a little while since I've read that letter. Because I wrote it when it was sent, which was 2 days ago. Well, you don't know exactly, but not today.
I'll give you the gist. So I've received a letter from someone by the name of Vespera Silvermist in New Brokenport. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been having dreams at night.
Well, I've seen you murmuring and...
I've recently been visited by a god that calls themselves Seraphina.
Have I heard of that ever? Seraphina?
Roll. You can roll religion or history, whichever you think.
13.
You, like most folk of the world, are aware that there are 7 gods in the, 7 kind of established world gods.
You would have heard me bring up Seraphina when I was talking to Raj last session.
Yeah. You know that Seraphina represents death, but beyond that, you really don't know anything about the history.
Is there anything that I might know about, like, animal symbolism? No.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not in your not in your travels.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Gotcha.
Well,
Definitely, especially not in Castor Kal.
Right.
Would this religion is pretty secular. It's smaller, like not many people practice it. So
So I have a vague idea.
you know that Seraphina is the god of death. In the established pantheon of gods in this world, and but beyond that, you don't know much about her, the meaning, symbolism, or anything like that.
well, this Vespera claims to be like the lone follower of Seraphina, New Broken Port, just below the Temple of Aurora, my previous god who I've seemed to be losing touch with through everything going on. She offers guidance and mentorship if I were to find her in the catacombs beneath the temple.
That's very interesting. I've heard tell of Seraphina. I don't know much about her, only that she seems to be the goddess of death.
I don't know much about her either, which may be why this person could come in handy in helping me learn a little bit more about who or what has been contacting me and why.
So she's been contacting you, this Seraphina, in your dreams.
Yes.
Makes sense. I did hear mutterings kind of to that effect, like you were talking to someone.
So far, I've only seen her in the form of an owl. I don't know if
Now,
that's the final or just her way of showing herself to me. But I know not much, but I can feel her power sometimes.
well, I'm not one to talk a lot about gods and goddesses, but I would
Unless
say
we're about to die.
I would say that if something calls to you, especially in dreams, it's good to pay heed to it. But make sure you keep an open mind and you keep a stalwart heart, because you never know what could trick you or lead you astray.
I always do. It's kind of my life's work.
What do you say we go on a walk?
Let's go.
We
All
say
right.
when we cross the river at kind of its shallowest point.
Sure.
Just wave goodbye to our companions.
Thanks again,
Raj,
Gwendai Friendy.
if you see a giant beam of moonlight flicker 3 times, it means we're in dire need of help.
Are you going to be able to do that if you run out of energy?
Let's hope I do. Let's hope it all works out.
Good luck, brothers.
Thanks, Raj. Appreciate the berries.
Right. And you guys make your way north into the jungle, this time along the eastern river bank. Are you, why don't you, again, let me know kind of how, the manner in which you're traveling through the jungle.
Mhm.
When you approached the compound the first time, you were moving kind of stealthily that way. now that you know where the compound is, are you still approaching throughout the entire jungle in that stealthy manner? Or
I
perhaps...
think it would make sense to be stealthy, especially now that they know there's some sort of threat. Let's do that. Do you want to stay in human form this time, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay as a human and kind of walk
Then
side by side with you.
Okay, you want to stay side by side?
Yeah.
Cool. We would like to try to be stealthy.
Okay.
Sure.
For the first
Oh,
leg...
that's true.
Yeah.
Stealth, I will remind you guys, right?
Yeah.
It's early in the day, very early. It's like 7 a.m., so you guys have plenty of time. It took you at a rapid pace straight from the compound down the river when you were carrying him on your back. It took you about 3 hours.
Okay.
It took you guys close to 4 hours to get to the compound going at that stealthy rate. It took you about 3 to 4 hours. It took you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to that kind of bend in the river.
Do you wanna,
and then another, half. So there's 2 legs to this journey.
do you want to turn into a horse and just, I'll hop on your back, we rush up about a half hour out, but then I cast Pass Without a Trace as we're coming closer into the compound? Yeah, I can do it for up to 1 hour concentration.
The thing is, we're still not certain. He warned us, Raj, about many difficult creatures that may lie.
Within the jungle. If we
Within the
stay
jungle.
on the path, we might be okay. I don't know. But I know...
I'm just giving you guys information.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
I agree to this. But I'm gonna, instead of... I kind of do that yelling like... And I go on all fours, but instead of the swift kind of skinny, lustrous horse that I was before, I turn into this giant kind of super muscular war horse with big fucking gray hooves and salt and pepper mane.
Like a Clydesdale.
Yeah. And just eyes of pure black. And I say...
You say...
I go... and I kind of motion like...
I mean, I came up with the plan, so
I
I'm
was
assuming...
right there on it this time. I was like, you say what, Rin? Or Lok, you say what?
I say in horse, get on.
All right.
He kind of kneels down and
I kneel down and... Yeah.
All right, so you guys are going up the river then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as we're going up the river, just keeping an eye, as best I can, on our surroundings.
Okay.
And so, I can warn him if I think there's...
Yeah, so you guys aren't making stealth rolls, but I'll have you guys both make a group perception check as you're making your way through the jungle.
And we are staying on the river's edge still.
On the edge, or you're in the river as a horse?
In the river, or like along the side of the river.
Along the side, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in the shallow parts.
Yeah, like right on the edge.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Damn.
14.
You guys are making your way along the river, and you make it back. It's a little bit quicker this time.
And like I said, I wanted us to go about a half hour out, not all the way up to
the bend in the river.
Yeah.
You remember I was
right
describing
before
that kind of beachy area? Yeah. That's you get the sense that was about halfway. You're not going all the way there.
No, I want to be. You said it took
I'm trying to do travel for this just 2 legs. Otherwise, it's just going to be very dry.
Well, I was just. How
leg.
far away are we at the halfway point?
Probably another hour and a half. It's
Okay.
an hour and a half to that beachy area where the river kind of bends that way, and then another hour and a half to the compound.
Okay. So I still wouldn't be able to do Pass Without a Trace yet.
Right.
Because I want to have it when we go into the compound.
Okay, so
We're gonna go to the first area.
Okay, yeah. You guys make your way past this familiar beachy area. but you don't notice anything where there was that panther that had been taking a drink from this spot. This time you pass, and there is nothing there at all. As you continue forward, why don't you make a perception roll for the second half of your journey?
We're gonna continue a half an hour beyond this point because that's the amount of time.
You want to get into the window where you can pass without a trace.
Yeah, because I want to have it while we're in there too.
Right,
It
but
lasts
also
for
I can
1 hour.
only wild shape for 2 hours at a time. So we've
Okay,
gone an
so-
hour and a half on horseback.
Okay.
And
So
now-
another half
So you're
hour.
gonna go
it comes
another.
off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Half hour.
I roll a 20.
21
13.
and a 13. Okay. Yeah. One thing you notice as you're making your way further into the jungle, yesterday when it was rainy and stormy, you noticed that there was almost no animal life in that as you were approaching the compound. Today, you do get a little bit more of the twitters of birds, of some of the hooting of the apes and macaws and everything. The jungle life seems to be equalizing again a little bit. Not as loud and dense as it was when you first left the Tortle village, but
Okay.
more so than yesterday.
Do you want to try to stealth as we get closer? Now that we're both on foot.
Yeah, I kind of kneel down, as a horse does, and you hop off my back and just
Imagine you're just running, we don't keep you track, and you just morph, and I'm just on you.
face into the fucking river.
Sorry, Lok.
Take 1d6 fall
Forgot
damage.
the timing on that. That happens again. Oh shit! Oh god! I kind of like get up out of the river.
Yeah, my armor's a little heavier than it looks. And let's roll for stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys
Are
are...
you gonna cast Pass Without Trace?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we can
wait until we
say...
get closer, because still we
you
won't
guys
have it when we
didn't,
get there.
you didn't encounter anything on
Yeah.
the second leg of your journey
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
So we'll say you get to that, the same point in the river
about-
where you were across the way from the main gate of the Royale
Oh, so we're
Retreat.
there? Okay.
You guys are there now.
Okay.
You're still you're on the eastern side of the river now. So what you notice is as this up ahead, as you're kind of at this like riverbank area, kind of without any reason, there's just begins this stone slabbed path that leads up. You see ahead of you the clearing of the compound.
To the compound.
Yeah.
Okay. As we see the compound, I do cast Pass Without a Trace
Okay.
on us.
I'm just gonna adjust this map here for you guys. If you can both avert your eyes for just a moment. Or here, I'll just
Avert your eyes.
Sorry.
So I'm using that.
So we have a +10 to Dex checks.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to just the stealth checks.
Okay.
So we cast Pass Without a Trace, and then roll for stealth.
Gotcha.
Coming back at you.
And we can't be tracked except by magical means. And we leave no tracks or anything like that.
Yeah, this is fine. We'll do north is that way.
So we're coming from
You're on the east side, so you're like
like here.
yeah, you're like about here.
Okay, but like on
like
this
last
side of
time.
the river. On this
Yeah,
side.
you're on the correct side of the river that the
Okay.
path is on.
Okay.
Ignore the thorns.
Well, those have gone back down.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then let's
Alright.
try to stealth our way in here. You said these are low.
Well, do we see anybody or anything in the?
Yeah. As you guys get a better look at the area that you're approaching here. Yeah, over there.
Yeah. Just for the sake of looting bodies.
He is dead, though,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, you guys make your way. Oh my god, I almost just. You guys almost lost your DM there. Fall damage. You guys make your way, and you can see now the clearing. It's a clear and sunny day. So as you're looking out at the flat, grassy fields there, you do see the two fallen workers that you
Still
guys dispatched. They are still there, and you see no movement at all.
Okay. Still say let's sneak our way in here as best we can, just in case there's like a trap of some sort.
Yeah. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Even with my +10, I have disadvantage because I'm a fucking cleric.
Yeah, stealth rolls if you want.
28.
I rolled a 19 and a natural 20. So 19 plus 10 is 29.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What about you?
At advantage we roll?
No, I have disadvantage, so that's why I didn't get my natural 20. He has 28.
28.
You guys are make your way up to the front. Where are you approaching?
Do you want to try to go through here, or
No.
do we want to just let's go up this way and come in through the side?
Okay. Yeah. We don't really need minis because we're not in combat just yet. But you guys make your way incredibly stealthy through this field.
Just in a wide open field.
Nobody notices you at all. And as you make your way, you guys, it depends on how far you guys are going to go, and I'll give you more information.
So I'm going to walk up to the fallen.
Before we walk up anywhere, do we want to try to see if we notice anything's been disturbed since we left?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Yeah. Roll perceptions. Yeah. Perceptions or investigation if you're going to... I guess, yeah, this is a perception roll.
20.
20.
17. Yeah.
Besides the fact that the general weather has changed, everything looks exactly as you remember it. You see some of the scorching of the ground around this area and the slashes in the wooden boards and the chips over here. Everything looks exactly the same.
Okay. Do you want to check these bodies? See if there's anything of use?
Yeah,
before?
definitely.
All right.
So I think we want to go to this one first since it's closer to us.
Yeah, or we could split up. Like you go check.
I don't know. That's a good idea.
Let's split up.
Whoever's investigating anything, you can roll an investigation check. Just let
we're
me
both
know.
looking through this guy's.
Okay, so you can each make an investigation check.
Nat 20.
There you go.
And a nat 20.
We'll just say
Critical ones for the rest of the fucking
you guys just both rolled natural 20s on investigation, which is fucking pretty cool. So I'm gonna just say that will be your investigation for this area.
Yeah. Okay. We noticed everything.
Upon looking around, you guys will get all of the information I have here, and plus whatever questions you have. So looking around, the two guys are dead. There is nobody here.
Yeah.
You guys make your way over to the two bodies.
Yeah.
The new guy has on him his common clothes. He has 8 silver pieces in his pocket, and he has a dagger.
Okay. Nothing special about the dagger, just a dagger.
Just a simple, it doesn't even look very well made. It just looks like a knife.
Might as well just take his 8 silver pieces. You can pop them in there.
I reach down and I grab his pouch and I say, I'm sorry this had to happen to you.
I look at the pouch and I'm like, how did he get in here?
What's that?
I said I look at his pouch and I'm like, how did he get in here?
He probably followed
the rules.
Yeah, he followed the guy's directions.
Maybe he followed directions a little too well, if you know what I mean.
Seriously.
That's true. The guy that was attacking you, Rin, with the axe, he has on him 65 gold pieces.
Dang.
He has a great axe, and he's wearing leather pants.
Okay. Just a regular old great axe. Anything that you could use?
I don't know, can I use great axes?
It'll tell you what you're proficient in right there on the side. Weapons. All the way. Spear,
nope.
club, daggers, no, you're not like
Not proficient.
Okay.
Do you want it?
65 gold. Let's just take that.
Yeah.
Frickin'
Yeah, and you get the sense that maybe this gold was pay for his time working here.
Mhm.
You remember back to the new guy saying, like, 5 gold a day, that's amazing. So he's been here a few days. You guys make your way over to the small tents by the river. There's nothing in there at all. Just some linen on the floor that appears to be, slept on. I think so.
Yeah.
The river's on that
Yeah.
side. Yep. And there's, an old fire that's been washed out by the rains.
Okay.
You make your way into the tent that's over here, and in there, you find a bunch of stuff. You find...
Fucking 2 nat 20s.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The
That's
odds.
pretty cool.
I have a +0 on investigation too, so I needed that nat 20.
So you walk into this tent, and it's a pretty extravagant tent. You notice that its material itself is of nice canvas. Bits of it are dyed blue and green and red and yellow. Pretty well made and fabricated. The small bed that you guys both rested in is still there, looking slept in. And you see a few robes hung up on little hooks. Those are nice, expensive-looking robes. They look pretty similar to what the Dragonborn was wearing when you met him. You see there is some shelving next to those hooks, and on them is nothing. They are completely cleared out. You see just a couple of nuts and bolts, but nothing else of use to you there. Next to that, you see the decent-sized chest. It was, maybe like 1.5 feet wide by, 8 inches by 8 inches. It's locked. It has a small padlock, normal-looking padlock on it, and on the opposite side of the room from the chest is his desk. On his desk, you find a few desk things. There's 2 letters, one of which has been opened and one which looks like it's being prepared to be sent. You also find inkwell, a stack of parchments, and a feathered quill. And in the corner, you notice a kind of sullen-looking ocean gull that's kind of humming and squawking in a small, not small, it's an appropriate-sized bird cage in the very corner behind the desk with an ocean gull in it that's kind of, he looks sad.
Yeah. What's
So he's the type that cages his animals, I see. I'm addressing the girl, walking over to the cage.
Duty calls, we're all born into, the hand we're dealt, and...
Wait, are you talking to the bird?
Yes.
Cool.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
You talking common?
You talking common. I mean, if you were to just say squawk, squawk after that, he'd be like,
What do you mean duty calls?
well, you're born an ocean gull, And he looks down at his leg. You see now, you're understanding more now that, Rin understood it from knowing that ocean cities use these gulls to transport messages across the Great Sea. You're understanding now that this is like a raven, but it's a gull.
Okay.
So he's got a little, loop on his leg.
Like a messenger.
Yep.
Ask him if he knows where his master might have gone.
Do you know where the dragonborn that you serve might have run off to?
I think you have his name now.
Dracus. I looked at the paper. That's Dracus.
Yeah. You do get the identity, you believe, is Dracus, based on that correspondence in the note. The bird looks at you and says, I'm not sure, but we came in from north of here.
New broken.
Good to know. As I'm looking around, what is the chest made out of?
It's made out of wood. It's a wood chest. It has, some brass kind of like not reinforcements, but you know what I mean. Like it's a regular treasure chest looking chest. It has just a regular looking padlock on the front. It's wood.
Looking over it, I'm sure my knowledge of this is not very high, but is there any like obvious like trap mechanism that I might notice just kind of inspecting the chest?
2 natural 20s. I said you learned everything about this compound, so that includes that. It doesn't appear like there's anything nefarious about this. It's just a locked chest, it looks like.
I want to just swing my mace directly at the lock.
Okay, roll an attack roll. At the lock itself?
To start. I rolled a 5 plus whatever the fuck that is. I don't usually use my
The chest dodges out of the way. It jumps up 10 feet in the air.
6.
Okay, we'll say over the next...
couple attempts at smacking it.
yeah, let's have you... We'll say you can hit, because it's easy enough to hit. Let's have you roll a damage roll for your mace now. And we'll use that to see kind of how long it takes you via this method.
1.
Yeah, so you spend the next 10 minutes,
Okay, that's not too bad.
trying to... It's like trying to swing a hammer at a nail from, like, back here.
Yeah.
Right? And just, like...
I'm, like, missing.
You keep just kind of missing the right spot where you think you could probably break this lock. You're not having any luck.
During the 10 minutes of him just smashing at this fucking...
Hey, you want to try to hit this chest open there, Locke?
I'm reading aloud the notes that I found.
Sure.
Alright, this one seems to be from Dracus Stormscale to somebody called Lord Blackwood. Your most honorable Lord Blackwood, I thank you most humbly for the supplies and coin you have provided. Finding skilled laborers has proven a difficult challenge. However, the local populace of Kenku have been most obliging with keeping our schedule in check. Your advice on this matter was most enlightened. In a month or so, we shall be set to open our doors. I promise you, sir, you will not regret our partnership. Together, we can bring our royal retreats to more islands across the stepping stones. Humbly and forever at your service. Excuse me. Dracus Stormscale. And this is one, looks like from the scribe, the handwriting. It's from Malachi Blackwood. Dracus, your update has been noted for its timeliness. It pleases me to know the locals pose no threat to our operation, and that the site you've chosen is magnificent, as magnificent as you describe. There will be another skiff delivering the initial security measures as well as a small stipend for the site's treasury. I will remind you, Dracus, that time and resources are of the utmost importance. Use any means necessary to complete our work in a timely way. Perhaps the locals can be persuaded. I'm certain a man of your specific talents will have no issues finding volunteers. Surely you will not disappoint me. Lord Malachi Blackwood. You need help with that thing? You seem to be struggling.
I do. You want to try with your great club?
Yes. I walk over here. I kind of throw these back on the desk, and
As he does, I kind of...
I peer over my shoulder.
Necessary.
Yeah, great.
Peer over my shoulder back at the seagull, and I'm kind of like unsure of his allegiances or what would happen if I let him out of the cage. So I'm kind of pondering on that while I take out my gray club and I fucking just smack the shit out of it.
Sure, go ahead and roll an attack roll, and I'll kind of use that as a aggregate of what.
Three.
Okay, so it's going to take you a little while to nail it, just right. Go ahead and roll it. Give me a damage roll. I'll do the same thing where I'll kind of use that as like a
roll higher than me.
If you're able to do enough damage throughout this process.
5.
It's better than 1.
What did you roll for damage? A D8.
D8.
A D8. Okay. Yeah, the hit point of a lock probably is like 2. So you did 1, you did 5. It takes you guys another like 5-ish minutes to like.
We saw him go to open it.
You're helping each other now at this point, and like you finally get one good strike, and you hear it clink, and the lock is broken, and you can open the chest.
All right, let's look in this chest.
It's a mimic. No.
Roll for initiative.
It is just a chest, but it does contain a lot of gold, and it is just stacked coins, in rows in this chest. You're not sure by looking at it
how much.
It's a lot, though. It's like 3 times as big as your like pouches that you carry.
You want to just pour it all in your pack? We'll count it up later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a keg, so I don't. That's a lot of gold.
Okay.
I take the pouch and just throw it in my.
Sure. Yeah, you guys scoop it all up, and sure enough, you're able to, when both of your kind of pouches are filled to like its top bit, you just kind of like
pour the rest
into your backpack. You have it all. If you were to count it later, it would be 768 gold.
We'll split it up later.
So I look back at the seagull. So you travel from here north, you said, carrying these messages. I hold up the messages.
I've been back and forth. New Broken Port, just the port, and then, here. Never been here before. New place here.
New place.
Have you been further south, downriver? Oh, ask him. He's been further south downriver.
Have you been further south downriver?
No, I've been lots of places.
Maybe.
Never here.
I whisper to Lok so the bird can't hear me. Even though I don't know if it can understand me because I hear him talking in common. So I'm just being extra careful because I don't understand
Rin
animal talk.
No idea what animals do or do not speak at this point. His whole world is upside down.
I don't understand how this bird thing works. But maybe if you could figure out if the dragonborn was bad to him or not, maybe he could assist us if we do need help from Raj in getting a message.
That's definitely one idea. Another one is maybe we write a message to his lord, telling him that the operation here has failed. Or maybe we could even...
How good are you at copying handwriting?
So based on reading the letters, both of you guys read the letters at this point, and you know the one that was to Drakus from Malachi seems to have arrived. The one that Drakus signed appears to be a response that has not yet been sent. And on the desk, along with the inkwell, the quill, the parchments there, you also see, the little wax wax holder there. It's congealed as the flame has been, apparently snuffed out from underneath it. But it looks like that's maybe what he was doing that day when you arrived yesterday.
What do you think about this? Dear, what's his name? Dear Lord Malachi Blackwood, we have received your letter here at Tortle Shoal, and we are informing you that your enterprise here has failed. You have broken the rules of the Accord of Tortle Shoal, and you are hereby exiled from this land. Your minion, Dracus, will be of no further use to you.
As he'll be standing trial.
As he'll be standing trial. What do you think? And we could send that back to him.
You could try.
Alright, I take the quill and the ink,
Okay.
and in my best attempt at, writing a letter, I write that down, just basically saying, like, his enterprise has failed.
Are you trying to match the handwriting?
No, I'm not.
He's writing as
I'm
somebody,
writing-
like a representative of Tortle Shoal.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And-
Yeah, so that's what you're going to write down?
Yep.
Okay. If at some point, Sam, you can just jot down the general gist of the letter.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be while
We've
we're
got
playing.
it right there.
But that way I can have it. That would be great for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take a few minutes and jot down your declaration to Lord Malachi. How do you sign?
Daddy and Daddy.
Yeah. I signed Daddy and I pass it to Rin. I said, your signature?
And I write, and Daddy, but in a much nicer script than
Okay.
his was.
Um,
As I'm kind of been studied and stuff.
how is your handwriting? Is it legible?
It's about how you'd imagine a half-orc, half Goliath.
All right.
So it's legible, but it's not very. There's no curly cues. Or
Yeah, no,
What's your
no
intelligence?
finesse. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it is definitely, Rin.
11, 12, 13,
12.
12.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
I was just curious, like, if he's had intelligence of 8, then it might,
No, I mean, if Lok says that he can read and write, then
Oh,
can
I look at it and I go, this'll do.
yeah,
I understand what you wrote.
yeah. You take the next few minutes. It doesn't take you all that long to accomplish, and there it is. That letter on the table, on the
Alright.
desk.
I roll it up into kind of like a little tiny scroll, and I open the cage
Do you
to the
seal it?
seagull. Oh yeah, no, fuck it. Why would we steal it? Well, I get.
I was wondering if you wanted to put your own little flair into the wax instead of
Oh.
his wax crest,
Yeah, I heat up some wax
Okay.
and I kind of melt it onto the envelope scroll. And which my seal be? I etch just like a hand with like 2 fingers here, 1 long finger here, another 2 fingers just like
It looks sloppy, but I understand what.
But I spend
giggle.
I spend a little bit of time doing this to try to like get it out. Like I put like knuckles and like, the nails on the middle finger and shit.
Okay. Roll. You can roll Dex or Performance for this.
13.
13. Is that a Dex or a Performance?
Dex.
Dex. Okay.
Oh wait. Yeah.
13 total.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not stunningly beautiful, but if someone were to look at it, they would understand the general theme of what they're.
I turn to
looking
Locke and I go, "We gotta see if we can get one of these made."
Daddy and Daddy exterminator.
Love it.
Now I open the cage and I tuck the thing into the seagulls.
Yeah, it like grabs the note out of your hand like it's done 1,000 times before probably, and it like pushes with its beak like straight into its little pouch, and it actually like pulls it tight and seals it, almost like a reflex. As soon as you get the scroll within within its space. It just
Bring this to your master. Up north.
usually I get a name or a place.
Tell him.
Lord Malachi Blackwood in New Broken Point.
All right. And it just like starts fluttering around. There's no opening to this tent just yet. You're still inside. The tent flaps are closed. This bird is now fluttering around.
Wait,
inside.
hold on. I go and I open the flap. Go, jeez.
Ah,
And it flutters out finally.
One of the more stupid seagulls I've met.
Do we have room to like roll up and take these fine robes?
Yeah. Why don't you guys
Yeah, let me put
do
the
me a
gold
favor?
before we leave.
I've given you everything that you've found here.
Mhm.
Will you tell me what you take? And
We took all the gold.
all the gold.
And I think the only
700
other
gold?
thing we want...
Did you take the great axe, the leather pants, the dagger, the common clothes?
none of that.
Okay.
Just the 8 silver.
I
I think you
did
said
forget-
750.
There's 2 other things that with your double natural 20 investigation rolls of as you're kind of finishing up, you write the letter.
Mhm.
You notice that a couple of the papers on the desk don't appear to be scrolls like letters. You guys can make history or arcana checks. Rin, you have religion.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay. Natural 20, Rin, as you're kind of
And I was
finishing-
rolling for Arcana, anyways.
As you
but-
finish up the letter and you send it out, you notice that some of these papers on the desk appear to be spell scrolls.
Mhm.
You pick one of them up. There's 2 of them. You pick one of them up. You're not sure. The arcane markings on
Mhm.
these appear to be identical,
Mhm.
but you're not sure what spell it could cast. You are certain that they are spell scrolls of some sort. You might need some help identifying exactly what they are.
Cool. I think I can fit some scrolls in my bag.
Yeah.
So
You are encumbered.
Now you guys have the
Fuck.
spell scrolls now. So you wanted to take the robes as well. There's 2 hanging on the little hooks.
okay, you want to grab those?
Yeah, I'll roll up the...
And you said it was 750 gold total.
768
768.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
rich.
add that and we'll split it up later. And then 2 fine robes.
Yeah.
And then
Custom item, 2 fine robes.
I'm just gonna put in other possessions, 2 scrolls of magic.
Just you can add them into your backpack. We can, if you guys just jot down a couple notes in your notebook for this, we can deal with inventory loading onto D&D Beyond during a break or something.
yeah,
so
well,
we
that's
can
why
keep
for
it
now I was
moving.
just gonna put 2 scrolls of magic.
Yeah.
Same as writing a note. It's
Sure.
My notes in other possessions instead.
Yeah. However you guys want to do it, just so that you know kind of what you grabbed from this
Yeah.
place.
Undefined. So that's it. We just grabbed the gold, the scrolls, and the ropes.
I kind of like walk outside the tent and I look around and I'm looking for some type of footprints, way to track maybe where this guy...
Sure. Rin, you done inside the tent as well? Are you going to join?
I follow him out.
Yeah, cool. So you guys make your way outside of the tent. Lok, you recall seeing the direction where Drakus fled. Rin, not so much. The whole kind of end of that battle was a little bit hazy
Unconscious.
for you to remember. But as you begin to look, it's actually easy enough. Even Rin is able to notice very clearly in kind of the mud that there are tracks that appear to be there's 2 sets of tracks, and they appear to be going northeast further into the northern part of the jungle.
I go, what an idiot. Couldn't this guy fly?
Think he could. Maybe he was too hurt though.
That's possible. You want to
Follow
follow
them
the
tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have we been in the compound?
At this point now, it took you guys.
It took us 15 just to open the chest.
We probably are at like 10 10:30 a.m. now. It took you guys a few hours to make it back to the compound.
I'm just asking, like,
We're
I passed without a trace right as soon as we walked in. I have 1 hour on that.
1 hour?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so it's still active.
Okay.
You guys have only spent,
maybe a half hour here.
yeah, if that.
If that.
You guys were pretty quick with your investigating. I
Okay.
mean, there wasn't all that
Yeah,
much.
it was really the 15 minutes of smashing that.
Yeah, that
chest
took
open.
a little bit longer. Everything else took like 5 minutes
Yeah,
for you
okay.
to just be like, okay, this guy's got nothing but gold
Okay.
on him.
Should we? We had really good stealth. That's still up because we haven't been seen by anybody, right?
It's a new environment, new
Okay.
action.
So
you
you
guys,
wanna roll
if
for
you want
stealth
to
and
roll
walk
stealth
into
to
the
move
forest?
further into the jungle,
Yeah.
you would need to roll again.
18.
16.
That's with the pass without a trace?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We're a little more heavy than we were on the way.
I would say I'm letting him lead, and I'm like kind of back a few paces.
Yeah, at this point, you guys realize that, you know, you feel like you're generally moving at a, rather stealthy manner through the northern part of the jungle. As you get further in, maybe even like, it's only been like 15-20 minutes at this point of walking north. Some of the lush jungle of thick trees starts to become a little bit more rocky, and there are like cliffs that appear like tectonic that kind of shape the northern shoreline of this island. You can hear now the sounds of ocean as you move further away from the river, and you guys follow these tracks all the way to where you see kind of a natural break in the in these cliffs here, and again need everyone to avert their eyes. These guys are dead. Because I didn't think this through exactly. But we will make it work.
Dude, we're rolling right now.
Dude,
We're
I
rolling
rolled like
fire.
3 nat 20s. Like,
You see those dice.
I got rid of my. That's a 2. I did roll a 6 for stealth though. And that was too weak to break open the chest.
Just hitting it with the giant mace. It's like, fuck, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you have like a clean dish towel I can borrow?
Yeah, second, top drawer, second column. Top drawer, second column.
Math.
I was like, how the fuck do I describe it?
No, that works. All right, if you guys, I'm gonna put this down. Just don't look at the map for a second, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry.
When would be a good break point?
I don't know how long we've been going because I don't
We've been
have
going for like an hour and a half.
40.
those details on
Yeah.
my side.
Over an hour and a half.
Let's take a break.
It's a good spot, especially if you just pull a map out.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back.
And on that note, we're gonna take a tiny little intermission. Thank you all for hanging out, and when we come back, hopefully I'll keep rolling nat 20s. Bye.
Thanks.
Welcome to Threefold Quest.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Threefold Quest. We just got off our little break here, and we've got a little map in front of us, which means who knows what's going to happen for the next half. But if you've made it this far and you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, helps us out. I don't know how yet, but I hear that. So, yeah, thanks for being here.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nick. Welcome back, everybody. We find our adventurers right about here and here. Right about here, I would say.
About yeah.
Right there. Yeah, so we make our way following the trail of Dracus and the gnome north through the jungle. You're following the kind of cliffside here. So what the map is representing, this is tall cliffs. These go up hundreds of feet. You kind of notice they're kind of shelved a little bit. So it's about 40 feet up to this first ledge, then another 20 feet here, and then you're not sure how tall this bit goes. But on both sides, you kind of notice it go straight up into these cliffy areas there.
Is this like a path?
This is so this is a kind of like a straight cliff. It's hard to get the depth from 2D here, but this line, this first one, represents a cliff. So this is like 40 feet up in the air. Above it, you notice as you're approaching, there's like a 5-foot ledge that's 40 feet up. After that ledge, it goes another like 20 or so feet straight into the air like that, and then, the cliffside kind of continues high into the sky. As you make your way through the jungle here, you start to notice that the earth itself picks up a little bit of a reddish hue, and ahead of you, you can see the sights of a beach, and you can hear the sounds of the ocean waves.
Okay.
Lead the way.
You don't have any way to maybe make this cliffside traversable? Maybe we could go on a little 5-foot. Do I happen to have anything like that today, by chance?
Not today.
Okay. In that case, we should probably go in stealthily still.
Are we still stealth from the past without trees?
Probably.
Yeah, it's only taken you guys about 20 minutes, so you guys have about 10 minutes left on your pass without a trace.
Should we re-roll for stealth going into the new area?
Yeah, I need you guys to roll stealth checks. You can add your pass without a trace bonus.
Natural 1.
21.
So 11.
Okay. And is this the order you're walking forward in? Go ahead, Rin, and give me a perception check, please.
24.
24. As you kind of start to hug this cliffside here, you notice that indeed there is some sort of tripwire that kind of cuts across here. And you notice that there are like pots and pans and doohickeys all piled up on one side of the, like, kind of precariously perched right there. You recognize that maybe this is some sort of an alarm.
It looks like they've prepared for somebody to come through. About how yay high is the tripwire?
It's in your way enough that to pass it without disarming it, you would need to make a dexterity check.
Okay.
If that
think
answers
it's
your
more
question.
likely?
It's about,
Yeah.
ankle, knee height.
Should we try disarming it, or should we try to pass it? Don't know how good I am at disarming traps.
I'd say we try to pass it.
That's what I think.
What would the check be for disarming it?
It would be a sleight of hand check.
Oh yeah, that's either way, it's the same for me.
And just straight dexterity
Yeah.
would be. Do you get the modifier on that?
Yeah.
You get if it would be just your +3
Okay.
there.
Okay.
If you were gonna try, you could try like
well,
acrobatics.
Either of
if
them.
you were gonna try or athletics, if you were gonna try and jump over it or do like some
I'm gonna
sort of
try.
somersault.
I'm gonna try to disarm it because it's the same roll for me, and that way he won't have to roll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Yep. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Ooh, 7.
7. As you go to
Could I help him do that? Could we teamwork it?
yeah.
Like maybe I hold, like, I have like a hand on the pans or something, just kind of like
Yeah.
bracing it. While
Okay,
he on
go
screen
ahead and
stuff.
roll with advantage, Rin. Or if you want to try, you guys could either.
I should probably roll with advantage.
I'll let you decide if you want to roll with advantage in this situation, or if you want to.
because I still have a +3 on it.
Yeah.
Okay, 12. Slightly better.
Okay.
Freaking,
Yeah.
I got in my own way.
This isn't an elaborate trap, but you're not sure at this point. You know, as you untie the knot from the kind of pile of junk there. Some of the, there's a glass jar with some loose bits of nails in there that kind of bangs on one of the pots and pans. You're not sure, it wasn't the loudest noise in the world. And with the ocean sound near you, you think that you may have gotten away with not at least alerting. No one has, run out saying anything yet. At this point, you've bypassed it and you're standing just here. You're still stealthed. And what you can see now is a beach. This beach is pink sand beach, and you see the ocean waves lapping up here. To your left, the western part of this beach here, you do see a small hut. You see a small, very small little dock that's on the beach here, and it looks like a rowboat. And next to it, just further to the northern side, you guys would see.
Dun, 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 dun.
You see Dracus outside of the hut, and you see the little gnome companion with him. They have not appeared to have noticed you just yet from where you're standing.
Okay. And is he pretty visible, or?
Yeah, actually, they appear. You can make a perception check, both of you.
20. Or 21.
I got 24.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, again, are just taking in the entire scene. You're still, because you disarmed the trap itself, you kind of are using that area that it was in as cover to kind of peek around this cliffside here. You can see from this distance, it looks like Dracus here is, sitting down in some sort of lounge chair. And you see the gnome, down by his kind of feet, knees, with some sort of big palm gin tree branch and he's kind of fanning him.
About how far away are they?
They're probably 100-ish feet away.
I think we should try to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I at this point I noticed them, and I kind of do the yawn again, and I turn into a fucking crocodile with razor sharp teeth.
Oh shit!
Completely black with silver kind of accents on his scales, and just again those dark, black eyes.
Awesome.
Okay.
And
All right, just make sure you're marking all of this off on your sheet so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we are keeping track
Yeah,
of
how many
everything.
times can you change form?
Just 2. So, this is
So that was the
last time.
second one.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make my way towards the water, I think. If we're stealth.
Okay. I was gonna try to go up this way closer and try to
Maybe we
get the
could-
jump on him
maybe we
and
could
hold
flank
person
him.
this time.
Yeah, maybe we can flank him.
Yeah, I was thinking to go this way.
So I'm gonna go stealthily towards like the water and like kind of I can hold breath, so I just hold my breath underwater. Can I do that?
Yeah.
It's pretty open.
Yeah.
You can see a giant crocodile.
Well, what if I walked this way and then slipped into over here?
You're a crocodile at this point.
You might
So
not know I'm a crocodile.
you guys
I
would
can't
have an
talk to
idea that like he's not necessarily looking for
A crocodile.
crocodile. So I'm not sure he would mind a crocodile going into the ocean.
He's a dragonborn. It's kind of like
So
his
if that's what
cousin
you
or
wanted to do,
something.
I would use your previous stealth roll because it's still kind of that same area. You get the sense based on your stealth roll of 11 that he would probably notice you, but you also get the sense that like you're a crocodile, not
Okay.
Lok.
So I'm gonna kind of just travel, doing my best, like kind of slow, sun-baked crocodile, and I walk into the water and I submerge and I'm swimming along.
Okay.
I kind of swim out into the middle of here, and then pop my head up very slightly and look back
Doing
at
that
Rin.
crocodile sit.
Yeah, just like looking at Rin with just like the tip of my nose and my snout and my 2 black eyes peeking up out of the water.
Okay.
And I can hold my breath for
Like forever. Right?
15 minutes.
Oh,
So that's
15
quite a
minutes.
while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just completely submerged, not even.
Now your
cocked
nose
back.
is out. You can breathe.
Well, yeah, but I went back underneath once I made it.
Okay.
I'm trying to be like.
I want to
so
stealthily try to get this way, maybe within like 60 feet of him.
All right. What was your stealth roll? It was like it was pretty mid. It was like 14 or something.
Yeah, it was
I think,
like
right?
14 or 16.
Can I say I go like right around here, maybe,
Yeah.
or like would that be like I'm underwater?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are making your way into
Yeah.
kind of position at the same time. As you make your way over here, and you get the sense that any closer than this Rin, and he probably would notice you.
About how far away am I now?
I would say probably like 80 feet still, or we'll say 75 feet.
Okay.
I'm bad at diagonals on this, I'm sorry.
It was like, what was it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. It's still out of range for me. And if it was, but...
So I missed that. Is there any closer than he'd right?
He'd probably see me.
Okay.
Maybe I can't talk to you. Maybe you get a sense that I can't get any closer.
Yeah.
And
All right, it's on. It's happening, baby.
Hold on. I can't talk to you. I have an idea of something you could do.
I have an idea of something I can do too. I'm gonna sneak kind of up towards him as a crocodile. I pop my head out of the water and I snap my jaws onto his leg. Or try to.
Okay.
I'm still hidden, and you're still just a crocodile.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking you could just go like start attacking his boat or something. Get him closer to me.
That's my thought, motherfucker.
I know.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. 17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay. And are you attempting to do damage, or are you attempting to like grapple him in your jaws?
I do damage and the target is grappled.
It's both.
Yeah.
Is there a
There is an
save?
and.
There's a DC 12.
Okay.
For the grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me roll for his. Yeah. So roll your damage.
That's nice that it's both. D10. Are you missing dice?
Okay.
Is the only one not out.
This one?
That is a D10.
A 0 is a D10.
0 is 10.
4 plus 2 is 6.
All right. 6 piercing damage. At this point,
Does that like trigger a surprise round or anything?
that surprised you as well. So you wouldn't really have it. The only person,
Because I didn't know he was going to do that.
yeah. So the only person that got anything off in that moment, based on perception rolls, was Lok as a crocodile. As he does that, and Dracus is attacked, in his lounge chair by this crocodile that appears out of the ocean itself. The gnome that's sitting there is jumps as high in the air that you've ever seen a gnome jump. It's like a deer or like a gazelle when a crocodile comes out. It's like boing, and just like ah! It like stumbles back this way and actually falls over here. And Dracus yells out in pain, "Ah! Oh my God! What's going on?" And at this point, he's thrashing around. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Okay. Is he grappled, or do we not know that yet?
He is grappled.
Oh, let's go, motherfucker. You're mine.
13. Nice.
My initiative. Where does it say? 19.
13 and 19.
Yep.
Okay. Who had the 13?
I did. And I have a +3 on initiative.
Damn, dude. Need a chiropractor?
No, I just took care of it myself.
All right. So as combat now starts, Lok, it is your turn in initiative, and Dracus is at this point still completely in shock. He's screaming out, "Oh my God, the pain! Ah, the agony!"
So I can't bite him again because I'm restraining him. But I wonder, can I pull him into the water?
Do you have the stat block there?
Yes.
You would have to make opposing strength checks if you wanted to try and move him. That would be your action to try and move him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to drag him out of his chair into like the deep water.
Okay. That's fucking horrifying.
I'm just watching, like...
At this point, he does not know who you are.
You're just a crocodile.
This is just a dangerous beast coming out and attacking him from the ocean. He's screaming, pleading for his life to, seemingly nobody. And, go ahead and make a strength roll for me.
12.
So you can move up to half of your movement as a crocodile.
Like 15 feet.
Okay.
Oh, as a crocodile.
Yeah, so my swim...
So
It looks like I'm still technically half in the water, but I don't know.
you're definitely on the beach.
I move him.
Just a map.
I move him 5 feet into the water,
Okay.
and now my swim speed is 30 feet. So I would
So let's
subtract
say-
5 from 15 and have 10 more.
Okay. Yeah.
So I bring him 1, 2.
Oh man.
So just kind of like into like waist high, maybe a little above waist high water.
Can I see him at all, or is he like... Oh, yeah, so I don't know how deep the water is here. Like, is he just, like, thrashing around in the water, still visible
At
to
this
me?
point, the water is pretty deep at this point, it's neither of you can touch the bottom.
Okay, nice.
Okay. So he's completely submerged. No, I just
I
saw
mean,
him vanish into the
He's
water.
not submerged right now. He's still like
Okay.
you would have to tell me you're gonna drown him for
Oh yeah, that's
right now. He's grappled,
he's grappled. Yeah.
right?
And he's in the water.
But you guys are both above the water. If you tell me otherwise, that's the condition you guys are going to be, where both of your heads are out of water. He can't touch the bottom. He's like
Yeah.
restrained, and if he wasn't, he would have to be swimming.
Okay, let me think.
So I've used my action and all my economy to do that.
Up next is Mr.
Pull him in range.
Mr. Rin. It's your turn.
Okay.
You see Lok transform into a crocodile, make his way over as you kind of hug the cliffside there, and all of a sudden, as surprised as Dracus was, you notice that he has, been attacked and submerged, half submerged, and is in the crocodile's clutches currently.
Okay. Interesting.
Should I, if I take a knee, should I move this up a little bit? That way I can see the map from where I'm...
What do you mean? It's above you, like that. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's good if you're standing.
Yeah, perfect. It's good.
I'm like, oh god, what the? This all happened quick.
Yeah, it did.
I'm unsure of what to do. I see that he's really incapacitated at this point. I decide to... Oh shit. I just messed up. I don't know what I did. What the hell? Sorry, technology guys.
What just happened?
I don't know, my screen just went weird. It's happened to me before. Okay. I'm going to attack him, I think. Just while he's in this mode of being all messed up. And use Guiding Bolt, and I just shine a flash of light directly in his direction.
All right.
Which is...
You have to
I have to
roll
roll
an
for
attack.
Yeah.
Yep. Add your spell attack modifier, which may have been updated.
I don't think it went up. 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. 4d6.
Oh shit.
That's 15.
18.
18. Yeah. My gosh. We're yeah, as this bolt of radiant energy streaks out across the battlefield here, he, even in his panicked state, immediately understands, because he was hit by this same bolt, or at least attacked, I can't remember exactly, by this same bolt just yesterday, and he understands that these must be the intruders to the Royale Retreat that he faced. As the attack hits him, he, takes the damage. Same kind of deal as yesterday. You notice that like the radiance has dimmed a little bit, but nevertheless, he looks, pretty bruised as he takes the energy.
Can I yell out to him?
Yeah, if you want to yell out to Dracus here.
So, also, did I give my position away? I'm assuming he knows where I am.
Yeah.
Am I able to move closer and then
Yeah,
yell
still
out?
have your
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, okay. I just want to move to the edge of the water here.
You're fully able to get there. That only took, 10
yeah.
feet.
I just didn't know if it would affect me being able to yell or something.
No, 100%.
I yell out, Dragonborn, whose name I can't remember because it's of no importance to me.
Sure. Do you want me to remind you?
What is it, like Dracus?
Dracus.
Yeah. Yo, ass kiss! Or whatever your name is. You've got one chance to submit and come with us to trial. I don't think you have much bargaining on your side now. What say you?
He says, wait, stop! Everybody, stop, please! Please! Don't come any closer. The whole place is rigged to explode. And he, he kind of like, twists his body, like almost reverse death rolls the crocodile, and like, breaks free of your clutches, and he's going to blink in a manner that you saw him initially, and he blinks back to the front door of his little hut there. You see him kind of evaporate into a misty form, and he's gonna use the rest of his movement to go inside of this hut. There's a little doorway here that he's kind of poking his head out of now. And he says, the whole place will explode if you come any closer. Don't anybody move. It's not worth dying over today.
He's bluffing. Oh, so I go.
I look at him and say, well, then you'd explode too. Is it worth dying over today?
And at this point, the gnome is like, oh gosh, and he's kind of hiding back here still. Go ahead and make an insight check, both of you.
Natural 20.
18.
Okay. Yeah, you get the sense that there's no explosives anywhere. You get the sense that he's trying to just like get everyone to just like chill out for a second and like reconsider violence as the main course of action. That was his turn. The gnome you see there spends his turn just cowering, kind of between the hut and the cliffside there. And Lok, it's your turn in initiative again. Whether or not you guys continue with hostile actions is up to you. He seems to be trying to, at least in a way, trying to get you guys to like.
Oh no,
say it's not worth dying over.
He's the only one who's gonna be fucking dying over it. I swim back 5, 10, 15 as a crocodile, and I'd make another lunge for his already like maimed leg.
He's kind of peeping out of the door, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like from your angle, he might have like half cover against like a range attack. But where Lok is, he's just coming right up into the doorway there.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, and I think it's a melee attack roll. Yeah, as crocodile.
And I'm gonna try to obviously restrain him again.
Sure.
21.
Yeah, that hits. And he needs a DC 12, right?
Yep.
Plus 0, that's a 9. So,
Hold on, let me roll damage real quick.
yeah, please.
7, 9 damage.
Gosh.
This is going way differently than last time.
Motherfucker, you fucked with the wrong daddies, dude.
All right. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
Yeah, so I moved. I was here 5, 10, 15, 20. So I only have 10 movement. I just pull him back. Wait, no, that would cost.
Yeah, you can't do that's
do
an
that.
action to
Yeah.
try and move him.
Right. No, I don't do anything else. I'm just like
in place.
Just keeping him there, keeping him hurt.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
kind
it.
of grinding my teeth into his leg this time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. All right, Rin.
I shout out and say, "This is your last chance. Are you willing to come with us?"
Roll.
I feel like he's feeling it.
Persuasion or intimidation.
Okay.
You can roll.
Choose. I like the choice. I'm gonna go with persuasion. 13. I'm gonna get advantage because he's like grappled by a crocodile right now.
You don't get advantage because he still has other options.
That's true.
But he's definitely, you know, you say this, and as he's in the clutches of Lok here, you get the sense if he may consider.
Okay. For my action, I'm going to kind of I move my arms in motion in that direction and try to silence this area.
Will you silence me?
Yes,
Yep.
but you're a crocodile.
Yeah, but would my wild shape disappear? Because
No.
You've already spoken the whatever you need to
Yeah.
become a crocodile.
okay,
Yes.
Just won't be able to make any noise as a crocodile.
okay,
I'm more just trying to shut down his spellcasting.
Yeah.
And that's he.
He told him to surrender. Now you're going to silence him. Is the only thing I think is funny as a DM
he didn't
playing
answer.
the game. He didn't start his turn. He's
It
not-
just happens. It just happens. There's no saving throw on it. Or wait, not in the description. Let me see if there's. It's just a concentration spell. Yeah, control. No DC.
Okay, yeah, and you put it just like on that hut area where you can see him in the doorway.
Yeah, it's 20 feet. So
That whole
like, what would that be? Like this chunk here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you go closer to it, maybe we could.
Yeah, I still have movement. I did it.
Right.
Now he's silent, and I kind of move like here.
Okay. As you step closer, and Drakus looks at his situation quickly deteriorating, he is going to call out again and say, and you guys can see this. It looks
Did
like
I move myself in the silence? Because if I did, that was not intentional.
No, we'll say that you're not.
Okay. And I put it like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's no longer taking. Let's see if he saves from his thing. He doesn't. He's still grappled, and he's just like puts his hand up as soon as he kind of recognizes that he can't surrender verbally to you anymore. But you understand he seems to be pleading with you.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Which one of us has the
I think you have the manacles.
manacles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
It depends on if combat. If
He's
he's done
visually
with
seems
combat,
to be surrendered.
next in initiative order is the gnome that's just behind you all, and he's just there like he's like hugging
Scared
his
like last
knees,
time. Yeah.
and like he looks like he's probably like
Yeah.
praying.
If-
Like you can't hear him because he's not saying anything, but
If-
he's like,
If we gathered that he's given up, then I want to walk up to him and try to restrain him with the manacles.
yeah, you guys can like kind of combine your turns in
Kind of,
initiative
pull him
to
towards me.
use
I
your
say yeah. I drag him out of the house a little bit by his leg,
Okay.
just to the edge of the silence where like
Yeah.
Okay, he's no longer resisting.
Okay.
So he just pulls him over towards me.
Yeah.
I pull out the manacles and attempt to grab his arms.
Okay. Yeah.
Does he resist at all?
No. And is he in the? Did you guys move out of the?
He's right on the edge of the silence.
You're still
here.
silenced.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, he doesn't
Mhm.
seem to be resisting. He,
Mhm.
with a very sad, defeated look,
Okay.
holds out his hands.
Before I, while we're still silenced here, I kind of. I don't have any cloth or anything. I want to like gag him.
You have the robes.
Yeah, he has them. He's a crocodile. I don't know where the hell he keeps that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Where does all my shit go when I fucking
You got a backpack on.
when I morph?
A croc backpack. I think it just morphs with you into like obscurity until
Yeah.
you're back to normal. So I can't see where that is, but I reluctantly, he's still grappled, whatever, drop silence.
Okay. You hear him say, "Stop! Stop! Please! It's not worth dying over. Please stop this violence. Let me go, please."
I'm a crocodile.
We're not letting you go.
I bite
You-
down harder on his leg.
You will be coming with us.
I'll come anywhere with you, please. Let go of my leg. It hurts. It hurts so bad.
The manacles are on him.
They're on him.
Yeah.
I kind of hold on to him and the manacles and give a nod to Lok.
Okay, I reluctantly I give him one more like and like kind of shake his leg around
Enough
like
to hurt
a
him?
ragdoll. No, just enough to remind him.
Okay.
And then I release him, and I walk back out. Or I like slither back out into the water, and do a lap, and then slither back in. And when I emerge from the water, I'm now my normal half orc.
Okay.
And I take one of the robes as I like am coming out of the water, and I like wrap it up like this, and I shove it in his mouth and kind of tie it real
Okay.
tight as a gag.
Okay. You can make a strength or dexterity check to see of the efficacy of your knot.
That is 16.
16. Which one did you?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. Yeah. You tear off a bit of fabric and you stuff a good part of it. You kind of tie a knot on the middle and stuff it in his mouth. And yeah, he's appears to be pretty well gagged and incapable of communicating with words right now.
I also take I rip off another piece, kind of a longer piece, and I wrap it around his legs, bind both of his legs together.
Do you guys have rope?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I'm like 90% sure you guys have
If we have rope, don't rip up our fine robes.
Okay, yeah. Well, I already ripped up part of it.
No, you just said you rolled it up.
Yeah, Lok has 50 feet of rope in his bag.
Okay, yeah, I take some of my rope out.
Yeah, the other one you just said you did this with.
I mean, like,
That's still intact.
I want you guys to manage your inventories for the most part, but
Yeah,
like
no,
I did
good call,
see
good call.
rope in one of them earlier.
Yeah, I do not have rope, so I didn't even think of it.
So I take out my rope and I wrap it around his legs, and then wrap his legs like I want to basically hog tie him. Like,
Are you gonna?
I wrap his legs up and then I wrap it around front and attach it to the manacles and just kind of like
Okay.
cinch it tight.
He's still able to stand while he's.
I don't
Oh
think he's
no,
able
you
to
can't
stand.
stay. You can't
We're
do
gonna have
anything.
to drag him home.
Okay.
Yeah, we're dragging him home.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a strength or dex for the ropes around his body. The first one was what, guys?
It was
16.
Oh, well, the first one was a 16.
And now it's a 17.
Both strength checks. Like, this motherfucker's not getting loose.
Yeah, I mean, now you have this dragonborn, this illustrious-looking gentleman. He has rusty manacles in the front. His feet and hands are bound together and then wrapped up, and you have also gagged his mouth so that he's incapable of speaking to you. He's
I look.
he's very unhappy with his current situation.
Okay. I want to kind of rummage through him and check his person, see if what he's got on him.
Yeah. So you find a on his person the fine robes which he's wearing that look almost identical to the robes which you gathered from his tent.
The one in his
They're like white looking with blues and yellows kind of streaks. It's a rather colorful garment. He has a small coin pouch with you take 2 minutes to count. It has 50 gold pieces
Take that.
in it. He has on him 2 other small pouches. These aren't coin pouches. They appear to have some sort of dust or powder in them. One of them has this kind of shimmering purple dust, and the other one appears to have like a white, slightly more coarse granular talc-looking dust or powder. These 2 smaller than coin pouches.
yoink.
All right,
Take those.
One's white, one's purple.
You want to take the pouches?
that's
You
right.
just show them in here. I'm writing down what they are. You don't have to.
Oh, you want me to put them in my bag, though?
Sure. Yeah, I just figured for the sake of quickness, we could just write down what they are and then.
Yep. So, white powder.
I look over to the gnome, who I assume is still there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was gonna say.
as you look over, you see him, he's kind of like peeking back at you guys every now and then in his kind of manic, panic state. And he's like, oh god, oh my. And he like looks over at like Dracus's situation, and he's like, he gets up and he's like,
Hey,
you
wait,
looks like, wait, ah,
wait right there.
ah, no, ah,
Listen,
please don't hurt me.
we could do this the easy way,
I didn't do anything, I swear.
or we could do this the hard way.
No, please, no, the easy way is fine, I swear. Ah.
Okay. We want you to follow us.
He's terrified of you guys.
Yeah.
He will do anything you ask at this point for fear of ending up.
Let's have him come as witness.
We'll have you come as a witness.
Yeah, that's fine, guys. I know, I witnessed the whole thing. It wasn't my idea. It was all him. I never even wanted to come here. I knew it was a bad idea, but I had no choice.
You could follow us on foot, or I still have some rope left. It's your decision.
Yeah, no need for a persuasion, intimidation, anything. This guy is like,
I'll come anywhere you want. Just don't leave me here. This place is really freaky. There's crocodiles in the water.
Cool.
Start the journey back.
Yeah, let's check him too, just to make sure he doesn't have anything squirrely on him.
okay, you know, like frisk him.
Yeah, come here.
Okay, please don't hurt me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you pat him down and like look through it. Yeah, he's got like a pack similar to what you guys looking through. You see bunch of stuff in here. None of it seems anything more than like kind of mundane tools. You notice he's got like a hammer. He's got like a jar of nails. He's got like a protractor and a crowbar. There's a wrench in there with a few bolts. He has rope. He has a lantern. He has fuel. He has like general like kind of like toolkit about him. You don't you don't get the sense that there's anything kind of magical in here. It all looks like kind of equipment that you might find in a construction area, and like stuff for like camping.
Okay.
He's also got on him, as you thoroughly search him, he's complying. How far into his pockets are you going? All the way?
I'm just checking at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he appears not dangerous to
Yeah.
you. He, you guys can go ahead and make an insight check to get a better idea of, who this gnome might be.
22.
I think I just got a 12. No. 17.
17
Yeah.
and 22. Yeah. You get the sense that this little gnome probably never ever wanted to be here in the first place. You get the sense, based on kind of what you've overheard of their relationship between Drakus and this gentleman here, that he was working on this. It was kind of like his, he did all the work.
Yeah.
Drakus was getting all
He
the
was
credit.
a contractor.
Yeah, and based on a few of the things he said, you get the sense that not his first choice to come all the way from New Broken Fort to this place to do this. He had no choice.
I say, as long as you're being cooperative,
Yeah.
you can hold on to your
He has
possessions.
on him. You keep searching through. He also has a small locket around his neck that he wears underneath his vest. If you wanted to open the locket, I will tell you what it appears to be. But you
I'll
don't.
leave it closed.
Yeah, it's closed. So he has a small golden locket.
It's just a sexy gnome.
He has
girlfriend.
a coin pouch on him.
Can you give me a water, Sam?
He has a what you recognize as another different spell scroll on him, and he has 6 small, tennis ball sized metallic spheres that neither of you have seen before. You're not sure what they are.
Interesting. I say, I'm sorry, little guy, but just for the sake of our safety, I'll be taking this scroll, because I do not know what it does.
Oh, I guess that's fine. That's kind of, my last line of defense, out being out here. I kind of
You'll be with
kept that.
us.
You're gonna protect me?
As long as you're
and his-
helpful.
When you said that, he immediately changed and went from being very fearful to being you're gonna take care of me.
You're,
At least
you're
until
gonna,
we get to
You're
town.
gonna look after me? You won't let anything happen to me?
No,
won't let
we
anything
kind of
happen.
need you.
Really? Oh my gosh! Wow!
And he kind of walks past Drakus, who's incapable of even holding himself up in his current bound condition, and he's like,
Well, I'm really coming up in the world, I guess. All right, where to then?
I hand him a book, and inside is a sock from the dragonborn.
if you had a book on you, maybe, but
Okay, how are we lugging this?
yeah. So he's
For us
got
later?
Yeah, that's a good
those
question.
things.
Maybe we should.
Um,
maybe we should unbind his feet.
Do we know if there's a way
Oh.
to get to the village from the coast?
Yeah, from this water.
Like if we were to put him in the rowboat, right, and then just row along the coast of the island, could we get back to the village that way?
Is there a river entry here?
I would let Lok. You've been on this island for some time now, and based on your years of experience being in different areas and environments, I'll let you roll a nature or survival check to see if you could gather about how far of coastline that would be.
12. Thought that was a 1 for saying.
Luckily.
With a 12, you know that it could be done. You could take this rowboat and you could make it around to like where the river meets the ocean or the Great Sea on the eastern side of the Tortle village, right?
Yeah.
Based on that roll, you have no idea how much further northeast the island can go. And in this cove area that you're at, it's really, those cliffs extend, a couple hundred feet into the air, and you're, really unable to get, you just have this kind of one little beachy area. Everything else is like cliffside, and you're not sure how far to the east that shoreline might extend.
How do you replenish your beast?
Short rest.
Should we take a short rest?
We could. Is the river like enough to support a boat? Like, is it deep enough to support a boat?
Yeah, it was like a few feet deep, the river. It wasn't very deep. There was a few parts of the river that were probably, you might have to like drag it a little bit. But a boat could float down it. The logs did just fine. The trees.
Well, it should take like around the same amount of time that it took us to go up.
But now we're in this like weird place. We don't know how far out.
No. I'm talking about going back to the river.
Oh, carry the boat.
Yeah, so right now, natural 20. Right now, you guys know based on like northwest, east, south, that type of thing, that if you were to take the rowboat and use the ocean to get back around to the river, it would be this way, east.
Yeah,
right?
but we don't know how.
But you don't know how far this goes that way.
Right.
You do get the sense that this rowboat would probably float down the river, which was like maybe 20 minutes, over this way.
Do you want to toss him in and just drag the boat
Yeah. That was
until
my
we get to the
idea.
river? Okay.
What do you think?
Fuck it. I don't like having to go back through here with the boat and tied up guy, but
What are other options?
I think that's what we gotta do.
All right.
So we do that. We kind of lug him into pull the boat onto the sand.
Okay.
Lug him into it.
And we make the gnome help pull the boat too. I use the rope that I was going to use to tie up the gnome, and I kind of tie it onto like a part of the boat that has some type of purchase to make like, essentially like a handle to drag it.
Okay,
Drag
yeah.
it with.
Yeah, totally fine.
Tug of war style.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are not the strongest bunch, but you can manage to do this without the need for rolls. There's no direct urgency here, and it's still fairly early in the day. It's not even noon. So I would say let's go ahead and you guys can give me a strength check to see how long it might take.
10.
$11.
Okay.
Minus.
Plus the gnome.
We're making a push behind.
So you guys,
Yeah, he's like,
he when you guys start putting Drakus in the boat, the gnome, whose name you still haven't asked, comes.
Still mad at this.
You never will at this point because I'm upset by it, but that's fine. You guys are jerks. The gnome like hops in the boat as well and is like, "All right, where are we off to?"
no, you need to push.
Push. And he looks back up at the two of you and is like, "Right, I'm gonna push." All right, and he hops out of the boat and is,
I go.
gonna help you. So
can
I'll roll
do
a
it.
strength check for
Yeah.
our little gnome
He's gonna be the
friend.
strongest of us all. Natural 20.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's trying. He's put in effort.
I
That's
go.
all I ask.
I go. You can do it. Put your back into it.
He's like, he gets like pretty low, and like kind of like put my back into it. All right, with my back, I'll push
Yeah.
just with my back. Then, all right, that's the right technique.
Just get low.
Just my lower back.
Just get low. You know what they say? Lift with your back.
Okay. And yeah, he's like, currently trying to like backpedal, like push the boat. with not much effect. You guys are now trying to get back to the river.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So it takes you guys some time, and you have to stop here and there for a break, but you make it back. You know, it's taking you 20 extra minutes to make it through, unless you guys were trying to be stealthy about this. How are you moving about the jungle? I imagine.
I think we're just trying to get
We're
through
just
it.
trying to make work
Alright.
to the
Yeah. So, it takes you, about 40 minutes this time to make it back to where the compound is. At this point, Dracus is still squirming and, he's like very unhappy, very nervous. You can tell he's like kind of panicked. He's like trying his best to kind of squirm out, to no effect at this point.
He rolls a nat 20 and pops out of the fucking restraints.
Go ahead and let's see. It's 11 now. So are you guys just
We're trying to get to the river.
All right. Yeah. So you make it now to the point in the river that you had crossed the first time you made it to the compound. You're at kind of like this where the river meets the compound.
Can we all fit in this boat?
It's gonna be pretty cramped quarters. You guys can all fit in this boat. You try to get in, right? You have Rin on kind of the the bow of this little rowboat. Lok takes the back to kind of distribute the weight. You have Dracus, who's in the middle, just like not on one of the wood boards to sit down, just kind of on the floor, slumped down, again, trying to like... the gnome
Sitting on top of him.
jumps. No, I was going to see if you guys wanted to know his name.
Hey, gnome!
Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering,
What'd you have for breakfast?
would you mind swimming along?
He looks at the water, which is like probably
He's short.
up to his head, and it's like,
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're just teasing you.
Oh, you guys are so funny and cool.
and he hops in the boat. The boat. Yeah, of course. I hate you guys so much.
You clearly don't have a backstory or anything.
He hops in the boat. You guys set off down the river. You notice that there are no oars in the boat when you left.
Shit.
No one looked for the oars. I didn't really tell you that there weren't, but there weren't. It was just a boat there. So you guys are
I'm kind of like knocking
drifting
off rocks with my mace to make sure we're like in like a steady path.
Yeah. So you
I'm
guys
in the back,
avoid.
just like hands in the water, just like scooting us along.
Cool. And you think, maybe to some degree, like, it's better than just drifting down the river. But for the most part, it's a pretty slow pace as you guys are floating down the river, the jungle river stream here. Anything we're doing while we're floating along through this kind of that leg between the bend in the river and the compound?
Let's see. I'm just kind of using my fucking hold on a second. Yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye out,
Looking for disturbances in like the patterns of birds or the trampling of plants and stuff under feet, various ways.
Yeah, as you're making your way, go ahead and roll a perception check, please.
I'm just assuming I'm also
13.
keeping an eye.
Sure, you guys can both make perception checks.
9.
Okay.
13.
You don't get much from being in the river. This jungle, as you know, is really thick. So further past the tree line, which is right there, this river's only 10 feet wide, really. It's hard to see much into the jungle itself to catch a glimpse of the flora and fauna and any changes you might get. You do notice, both of you, that at the feet of the boat, still squirming and trying to wriggle his way out, but you notice that so far it doesn't look like he's managed to break free of any of his restraints just yet.
Don't like that. Where do we know about how far up the river we've gone?
Yeah, so some time has passed, and you guys are making your way to. You can see now up ahead. You guys are slowly making your way to that bend in the river with the kind of beachy area on the western bank there. And as you do, I need everyone to make a perception check for me.
20.
21.
Okay. So, though you do not see anything, as you slowly drift your way down the river Lok, you get a very subtle sense that something is watching you. You get the sense that you get the feeling in your gut that tells you for a half a second that you're prey.
Do you have anything
Something's
that
watching us.
Do you have anything that can speed up this boat a little bit?
Chance. Yeah, I kind of like noticed this. Something's watching us. I don't think we're safe here. And I reach my hand back and I cast Gust just as a cantrip to see if maybe the backwards momentum of the wind would propel us at a faster rate.
Okay, yeah, and you do, and it does slightly accelerate your pace, but it also unleashes a torrent of wind and sound as the leaves and river kind of sprinkle and splash as you cast this gust cantrip behind you. The momentary burst of energy guides you forward, and as you do, almost at the exact same time, you see a giant animal coming out of the tops of the canopies near the river itself. He's jumping. Oh yeah, Rin does a 24 hit.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. You take
Lame.
7 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw, please.
It's always me.
it is always you.
17.
17. All right. Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh shit! Who would have thought us just traveling down the river by boat would attract any attention to anything?
Yeah. Roll stealth for the boat. Sorry, Kurt.
All right.
That's not good.
I don't have like a.
Oh, that's not good either. I rolled a 6.
Here's your little boat.
Oh, nice.
And let me just get my little shoebox here.
Shoot. Camera.
Yeah, you guys see as you're merrily making your way down the stream out of the trees here. He pounces right for you, Rin, as you are the closest one to him, and a giant, dark black, almost blue-purple claw comes flying out of the canopies and makes purchase and slashes you across the chest. And you manage to hold your purchase on the boat itself, holding on to where you were seated, but you do take the 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
The displacer beast, which you see emerge out of the jungle here, is going to yeah, you see as it's standing there, it's in the river in front of you now, standing up to its chest, basically, as it's on its 6 legs. Its tentacles are moving around above its head, and it's difficult to see. It appears blurry or shifting, moving. You're not sure exactly why, but there's some sort of illusory field around this beast. Lok, you know from understanding these animals in the past, in your experience, that they do indeed kind of project an image, a false image of themselves nearby in their space that can be tricky to land purchase on attacks.
Okay.
Fun.
Can we take a break before combat real quick?
Yeah, can you guys give me your initiatives again?
I got a 5.
I got a 6. I rolled high for my strength throw.
Uh-oh. Right when we need the nat 20s, you know. Are we moving currently? Is the boat like moving as we're being attacked?
For the moment it is. You can tell in the river it looks like really shallow up ahead, and there's some rocks sticking out. So
Okay.
this may have been a point in the river where you would have had to get out and move.
drag it.
Yeah, so you're not sure just yet, but the boat may or may not continue floating down the river here. Let me just, sorry.
Very good.
It was... who got a 6?
Me.
I got a 5.
What's your dex?
My dex?
Your dex modifier?
Plus 1.
Okay. Alrighty. I've got initiative now, so we can go ahead and pause, take a quick break again before we dive into another encounter here that you guys have run down river into. So we'll see you guys in just a bit. Thanks again for watching.
Dan.
Welcome to Threefold Quest.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Threefold Quest. Thank you for bearing with us for that short refreshment break. Yeah, we are pretty much in combat. We rolled initiative. Seems like we got attacked by a changeling beast. Displacer beast, excuse me. Yeah, if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, let's get back to it.
Send your mom's phone number.
Put your mom's phone number in the comments, please. All right, yeah, you guys have just seen this giant displacer beast come flying out of the canopy of the tops of these trees here. Rin, you were swiped at by this displacer beast as it mauled you with its sharp claws. You weren't able to, react in time to bring your shield up. And there, in the river before you, stands this giant displacer beast. Lok, the first thing you notice is that this is indeed a fully grown, mature displacer beast. You've seen large ones in the wild before, usually ones that are like pack leaders. It's rare that displacer beasts travel in large packs besides their immediate, mate and young. But when they do, they would be rather large. This one doesn't seem quite as large as that. It's a full, mature, you can tell it's a male displacer beast. It looks like it wouldn't be like that pack leader type, but it looks like it's been around for a few seasons, a few great moons.
Fun. All right.
The displacer beast used its turn to jump down and surprise you guys there. It's going to use now you see its tentacles kind of floating in front of you there, and it's going to make 2 attacks. One at you. That's a 14 to hit.
Who?
Rin, sorry. You're still 1 in front. And a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Does not hit. Alright, so these 2 giant midnight black tentacles come floating as if they appear to be, kind of moving above its head. And then all of a sudden you get whap, whap, and these tentacles just bash into you. You were able to react and hold up your shield to block these, heavy, spiked tentacles as they come crashing down at you.
What the fuck is this thing?
The beast in front of you is not going to move. It's going to stay its ground, kind of defending this shallow area of the river. It is going to be the dragonborn's turn. He's going to make some checks. All right, let's see. So you notice on his turn he starts squirming around, but with your attention elsewhere, you're not sure, what might be going on there.
Well, he's behind him. Can he see what happened?
Your attention is pretty well fixed. If you wanted to, check his restraints on your turn, you might be able to use part of your turn to do that.
Okay.
Rin, what do you do?
He's directly at me.
He's 5 feet in front of you in the river.
Yeah. Can I reach him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on him. I kind of swipe with a magical energy with my hand directly at this displacer beast.
Okay.
At 2nd level.
All right. And that's a melee spell attack?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to roll that with disadvantage, please, as
That's
the...
bullshit.
as the
It's a 20. And a 2 plus 5.
yeah. So you go and you reach out to try and swipe back at him, and the displacer beast, you just like you ought to have slapped him right upside the face, and your hand just whoosh, whooshes through. You see him now, kind of flash, and he's actually like a little bit in. He's in that space there, but not. You know, the illusion that he's projecting just confused your attack a little bit.
That's so annoying.
So that was your action.
Yeah.
Do you have any bonus action or movement that you want to do? I'll just do.
I don't believe so. I can't do like a cantrip, right? It's a bonus action.
You can, yeah.
I can.
Well, you just did a cantrip.
No, I did a spell. Second one.
Okay, yeah. So you can use your bonus action. You can do a leveled spell and a cantrip
Okay.
on one turn.
Then-
You can't do 2 leveled spells.
Because it's all I can do. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Right? Oh no, sorry. I'm not in my cantrips. I fucked up. I don't have my healing cantrip right now, and my only bonus action I cannot do.
Okay.
So never mind.
Are you gonna move anywhere? You're
I-
in the boat right now.
I think I'm gonna stay where I'm
Stay in the boat.
at. Yeah.
All right. Great. It is now your gnome's turn, and he's shocked and frightened. He kind of got toppled over a little bit as the displacer beast jumped down and swiped at you, Rin. He's kind of right next to you on the wood seat that you're standing on, and he like is like, oh my god, oh my god, what is he just like? Well, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And he jumps out of the boat. He like kind of splashes in the river here because it's a little bit deeper than he thought it was gonna be, and he's gonna go stand here and says, and he's gonna take out. You took the spell scroll.
I did.
Okay. He's gonna take out one of his the like metallic small spheres
Yeah.
that he had on him, and he's just gonna be like, what do you want me to do?
Whatever you can.
And he just is waiting. He's really nervous. He's got this thing. He's kind of holding it like, He's not sure if what he wants to do at this point, and it's Lok's turn. He's like stage fright, like, oh my god!
You gotta throw it, whatever it is. You gotta do something, and then I jump out of the boat, and I go to the edge right here, maybe like that. It's like 15 feet.
Okay, you step out of the boat, go to
Yeah.
the river or riverbank there.
And I like get down on one knee and I raise my arm to the sky as there are no clouds currently, I'm assuming, right?
No, it's a pretty sunny day still.
Like the sky kind of darkens a little bit and a beam of pink purple moonlight kind of penetrates down into the ground.
All right,
In a 5-foot radius, kind of like
if you wanna.
right here. So kind of like right behind him, and as it comes down, it flashes 3 times.
Okay.
That's kind of a signal back to Raj that we might need assistance.
Okay.
And that's movie.
All right. Okay. Are you putting it in the displacer beast's space or just behind it?
If you can hit him with it.
Well, it's got a 5 5-foot radius, so if I put it any closer, it's gonna affect the boat. And
No, that would just be where he's standing.
Yeah, for a 5-foot radius, we're gonna use just like it'll be 1 square.
1 square. Okay, yeah. Then I put it right on him.
Cool. Yeah, I think. Can you tell me more about that spell?
Yeah. So a silvery beam of pale light shines down a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range.
He's making a save, I think.
Yeah, he's got to make a con save of 13.
Okay, yeah, he got a 20 on his Constitution save, so he
he's gonna
takes
take
half of damage.
Of 2d10.
Alrighty.
The circle one. Like that one. Or, yeah.
10. 6, 16, so he takes 8 damage.
Alright.
A shapeshifter makes its saving throw with disadvantage. Is it a shapeshifter or?
He's not a shapeshifter.
He's not.
Okay.
And with that, I'm going to kind of back up right next to the gnome and just look at him and say, "We're here. We're with you. We protect each other."
Okay. Alright. Very good. Cool. With that, it is the boat's turn.
Come on, boat!
The boat, actually, with the displacer beast still in its way, is actually now right up against it and is no longer moving down the river since the displacer beast is in its path. That comes to the beast's turn. It's going to
Its turn is now started in the...
so con save, right?
Yeah.
That is a automatic failure of a 1 there, so it's going to take more damage, I think.
2d10, let's go.
3, 4, 7 damage.
Okay, 7 whole damage.
7 entire
It's
damage.
less than the last one that he failed on.
So he takes this damage as this radiant, moonlit, silvery blue energy comes down from the sky, and you can see he's like growling. He's growling. He looks angry and hostile, and he's going to again make a couple of attacks he's going to make an attack at you, Rin, with his tentacles again. First one is a natural 20.
Of course it is.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I've lost my dice. Oh, okay. D6. That is 4 double 2, 8. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're gonna kill me.
And the next one is a 13, so does not hit. So the first tentacle comes down and just catches you, man. Like, straight up catches you on the side of the head. The impact rings your bell a little bit, and instinctively you kind of like pick up your shield with both hands and go like this as the second tentacle just comes crashing down and with a thud makes no purchase on you. He's going to now, with only a fraction of his attacks going his way here and being in this moonlit area, he's going to use his movement to...
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you absolutely will. He's going to come right over here, and he's actually going to be about... he's on the shoreline now, and he's looking at the gnome now with blood in its eyes. Go ahead and roll a melee attack. And you would have disadvantage on the melee attack because of his illusory abilities.
Still 12?
12?
Yeah.
That just misses. You're able to, hit him just kind of on his rear quarter. You get a glancing blow, but you're not sure it was able to do any damage at all as he kind of bounds away from you. But for the moment, you feel a slight relief as he appears to be going after slightly less armored prey. That is... At this point, Dracus, who's still bound by his hands and feet, starts shouting, and you notice you can understand him. He says, "Help! Help! Untie me! Untie me! What's going on? Help!" And he's, trying to look around him. Rin is the closest at this point, standing still in the boat, and he's pleading with you. I'll help you, just let me free my hands, I'll be able to deal with this beast!
I don't trust him.
I go, fat chance!
I hear Lok and realize we're not quite that dire yet. I do not.
Alright, so he has, his gag is out of his mouth at this point, but he still has his hands and feet bound. That was most of his turn to do all of that. So he's still kind of like supine in the floor of the small rowboat there. And that's where he's going to end his turn. All right, he's just pleading. He sees your, kind of form next to him in the boat. He's, looking straight up at the sky, pleading for your help. I'll take care of this. And that brings us to Rin, if you'd like to respond to this pleading dragonborn who's tied up, no longer gagged in your small vessel.
I turn, see him screaming at me, and just kind of shrug him off for now. And I'm going to have to use healing word on myself, I think. As my bonus action. First level.
Yeah, I will remind both of you guys that you have the Goodyear berries that you can
That's true.
use as a bonus action.
What's that, 1d4?
1d4. So I'm just reminding you guys because they're new.
Yeah.
They might not be in your D&D inventory just yet.
Yeah.
So I'm reminding you guys with my words.
Okay, I'm still going to do healing word this time because I have
Yeah.
9 hit points.
Okay.
Which is 1d4 plus 3.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
5.
Okay.
Points. And then for my action, I'm going to use Toll the Dead. Kind of hear a ring of bells in the background. And use it on, obviously, the
On the displacer,
one
he's not
creature
online.
who's attacking us.
All right. Yeah, is that a saving throw for me?
Wisdom 13.
He got a 12. He got a 10 plus 2.
So he's already taken damage, correct?
Yes.
So that's a d12.
All right.
5.
All right. Yeah, he
Necrotic
takes.
damage. I don't know if that matters.
Thank you for letting me know.
Louder, I can't even hear you.
Sorry. He kind of hit me in the chest. Got the wind knocked out of me a little bit.
I don't know if it's just because like the water playing over here and I'm a little deaf to my left ear.
Yeah. Anything else on your turn, Mr. Rin?
And then... No, I'm going to stay in the boat.
I just realized that's the first time ever in our friendship of all these years that I've ever had to tell you to be louder.
Honestly,
That's
That
very
felt
true.
weird
never
to
your
say
problem,
that.
Kirk.
I don't know what's going on.
I think I'm like,
I'm in the
"Shut
zone.
You're all set?
Yes.
All right. The gnome here, who's apparently family, but you don't know his name, will, with your inspiring,
here,
with
you're
your
family.
with your inspiring words, Locke, and reassuring him that you're going to protect him, and all of a sudden, this monstrous displacer beast just, like whoosh, like moving in front of him and growling in his direction. He goes, "Oh shit, you're right!" Ah! And just like grabs the sphere, throws it on the ground, and there's a plume of like thick black smoke that just starts emanating from the area that he was just standing like at his feet. He smoke bombs, and there's a cloud of smoke obscuring all of this area here, and he takes his movement and he's gonna make it all the way over here and just try to like hide kind of near the tree lines here, and is like, "Oh jeez, oh god!" And I'm gonna have him roll. Yeah, great. So he moves his form. He, poof, oh shit! Smoke bombs. He runs out of the way. He's trying to like, make himself safe, and the only way he can, because that's one of the only things he has on him right now in a combat situation. Locke, your go. So smoke bomb in that area. Now the displacer beast is pretty obscured from your line of sight right now. You'd have to maybe move to be able to get a better shot at him.
Okay, I go, fucking. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. But I told you, we have to fight to protect the ones in the tribe. And if you want to be part of this tribe, we need you to draw blood.
He says, he says, I don't have any weapons! I don't have, give me something! Anything!
Anything could be a weapon if you use it the right way.
He, starts going through his pouch.
I kind of sidestep the fog, and as an action, I'm going to reach my hand up to the sky and just move my moonbeam over to where the beast is, displacer beast, and just crash the light again down, flickering it 3 times as another signal to Raj. Because it goes.
Yeah, great. And it's easy enough. You get the sense that, the space that this beast occupies is the space that he occupies. It's more like it's a subtle shift in where he appears. So when you're putting this kind of 5-foot radius on him in his space, it is taking full effect. He failed his con saving throw, so go ahead and you can roll me whatever the damage is again.
2d10.
Thank God. That is not a D10.
That's an 8.
I'll learn eventually. 2. 7, 9.
9 damage. Excellent. And he you see it, as it kind of blinks and flickers in a few times. Okay.
I reach behind me and pull out one of my 3 totems. It's the wooden bear idol, and I slam it onto the ground in front of me.
Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to do this.
Okay.
That was my action to move
To move Okay, gotcha.
I slam it on the ground, and just that giant ethereal kind of green, ghostly green, just ferocious grizzly bear kind of roars up and just bellows a ferocious kind of bellow. And everybody within 60 feet of me
you can use that as a totem.
Okay, so yeah, I put it like right here, pretty much.
Okay.
That covers that guy too. Put it right here.
All right, you guys can add your temporary hit points.
That's temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level, so everybody gets 9.
And can you give me the wording? Is it creatures of your choice?
It is each creature of your choice in the order when the
All right.
spirit appears gains.
So everyone's in range,
So I give it to everybody but our dragonborn.
but you're
friend.
dragonborn and the beast.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's not getting no strength check
Perfect.
advantage. But yeah, and with that, I kind of move back another step, and I look at our gnome friend, and I go, "That's how it's done. Do you feel the strength of the bear giving you courage?"
All right. Yeah, he looks up at you, pretty nervous, and he's like, yeah. He's still going through his bag. He's like,
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I got it. You got it. Uh-huh.
and yeah, he's still like looking through his pouch, like,
What am I gonna do?
and that brings us to the boat. The boat does begin to drift down the road and down the stream, and does get blocked up here. So the boat is no longer moving down the river. That rock, at least for this turn, is kind of holding it in place still. The displacer beast sees this cloud of smoke appear in front of his next victim, and as he is not afraid of a little bit of smoke, goes to move into the area and goes to do a bite and a claw attack against its gnome.
He's in the moonbeam right now, those two.
Oh, okay. Yep, thank you. Start of the turn. He saves.
Roll 2 10s.
I believe we're doing this right. So when he enters the spell area for the first time on a turn.
Yeah, you're
So
getting
when I
taxed
moved
by
it-
your economy of moving it with him as
Right,
he's moving out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So when I moved it to him, it hurt
This was
him,
his
and
first
now
turn.
it's-
And now he's starting his turn in it still, because that's how.
8 to 10.
Half of 10 is 5. Yep. So we're at. Okay.
Did you add your 10 hit points?
Yeah. So he moves forward, and the small gnome's movements behind the smoke, he goes and makes one attack to nothing. And that was his claw attack. He goes and kind of pounces forward, claw to where the space the gnome was, and looks up and is like, "Rah, rah," and he's still kind of in. He was here to attack the gnome. He's now noticing that you guys are not there. He's going to use the rest of his movement to attack the small gnome that you've compatrioted yourself with.
Oh shit, he's gonna die.
Alright, and that's gonna hit. This was the bite attack.
It's got hit points though.
How many was the question?
9
5.
plus. Like, yeah.
Alright, he
He's a
takes.
level 42.
Yeah. It's got like 300 hit points.
He takes 7 damage.
Oh, shit.
And he's like. He's freaking out as that happens. And the displacer beast at this point is standing its ground in front of him. It looks like maybe he's lining up for another go at him, and that's going to be his turn. It is your dragonborn prisoner's turn, and at this point no one's paying much mind to him, and so you're not sure what exactly he's doing on his
I
turn.
don't have like some passive perception of him being next to me.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
that's
staying
true.
in the boat on purpose.
Yeah, that's true. You're in the boat with him. Your passive perception is high, even in combat. So,
Purposefully staying next to him, like.
you see him he's struggling, but he's gotten himself all the way to a like seated position on one of the on the rear of the boat where Lok had been sitting behind you, and he's taking in the scenery, and he's pleading with you once again. Please, untie me!
Fat chance.
Can't you see it's not worth your life? I've surrendered.
Has he though?
Slippery motherfucker, this guy.
Yeah, he is. I'm kind of keeping an eye on him, but I still just ignore his pleas. Is it my turn? I don't know. Is that...
No, yeah, that's okay. That appears to be the end of his turn, of trying to beg and plead you to release his bindings to help. That's going to be your turn, Rin. What are you up to?
Going to cast Guiding Bolt
At the beast.
at the beast.
Alrighty.
First level. Shoot a beam of energy straight at him. And it's a 13.
It's going to be with disadvantage.
13.
Okay, yeah, 13 does not hit.
So annoying.
So the bolt goes streaking by, and again, it's one of those things where you think it was close, but the bolt of energy just kind of missed precisely where you were trying to aim for. This one seems to be pretty elusive to these like attack roll spells, basically, as it's kind of still shifting and shimmering its form here, then there, then in the middle, and kind of reverting back constantly. Anything else, Ren?
With like my movement, can I, knowing that dude bro is like still restrained, try to like just like rock the boat so he falls back off the seat?
Okay, I'll say sure. I think that's... You could use your movement
Yeah, to just like kind of
back and forth.
like
You would take your entire...
back onto the floor.
You would take your entire
I'm
movement...
gonna stay on the boat.
I need you both, you and the dragonborn, to make a dexterity saving throw. The dragonborn is going to be at disadvantage because he's restrained still. You will have advantage because you're doing it.
8. Oh, I'll have advantage. 10.
Drakus with disadvantage just rolled 2 natural 20s. So
So I follow. Right?
what did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Dexterity saving throw. 10 was the DC, so you saved. You're able to, you use your full movement to try and rock the boat, but the boat is, this area of the river is pretty shallow,
So it's not
so you're not getting the
much.
full like
Yeah.
side to side. It's just kind of like this,
Yeah.
and he,
He's
Has
just
no
like,
effect.
He's just like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
yeah, he's a little bit confused actually about it, but he, you know, is like, but he's got his butt on a seat now.
Say what you want about him, but he has great balance.
Okay. The gnome, who's been sitting here terrified of the situation that's going to be in, but has been bolstered by this inspiring totem and with Lok's, encouraging words, and he finally, like, picks out this wrench that's, like, yay big. It's, like, almost the size of his, like, whole torso, and he's like, ah! and he goes and makes just like a panicked swing. He rolls a natural 20. I'm rolling 3 natural 20s in a row.
No, I don't believe you. Really?
Yeah, 100%. He rolls a natural 20. I don't even have like a crowbar. Or what is he? What did I say? A wrench?
It's like a giant wrench, yeah.
That's probably a D6.
You want me to look up what a fucking...
Yeah, he gets 5 plus his strength, which is 0. So he gets 5 critical because of the natural 20. So he gets 10 damage.
He's actually done more damage than I have in this battle.
I go, I knew you outed you!
And he's as shocked as anyone. He's like, eyes are closed as he was just like, ah! And like hits this displacement.
and
I go, tell me, what is your name?
And he gets inspiration from this.
He goes,
Grimsprocket!
His name is Grimsprocket. Finally, he
Grimsprocket.
shouts, and he's like, ah! He seems to be like, he's hyped. He's never ever like done this before, and he's like, ah! He's so intense.
Grimsprocket, how do you want to do this?
We're not quite there
I
yet.
know.
Shit, now I really want to heal him. But I kind of want to kill this thing too.
That's
So he's over there. He uses his attack to break free, but now he's still pretty like unsure, and he's going to try and run.
No.
And he's gonna run this way back towards the boat because he's just trying to like keep with whichever one of you guys
Is it
is getting attacked by the Displacer Beast. The Displacer Beast does get an attack of opportunity, and he rolls a 2 plus 7 is a 9, which is not enough to hit little friend Grimsprocket there.
Grimsprocket.
And yeah, he just like is short enough that the claw attack from this Displacer Beast as it moves by just whoosh, and he's just like "Ah!" and like "Ah!" and just struggles to get out of the danger zone, if you would. Lok, it's your turn.
I'm feeling super inspired. Let's go. There you go, buddy. And then I turn and I'm just like, oh fuck. Like, I find myself like just face to face essentially with this fucking Displacer Beast. Yeah, I'm just gonna raise my hand to the sky and just bring my moonbeam again one more time.
All right.
Just it flickers down 3 times, crashing upon it. Same deal, baby.
What's rough is like these guys are like 2 hours away, and this.
All right.
we're,
He
like,
fails
a minute
his
in the battle.
save. Go ahead and roll your damage for me, buddy.
5, 11,
11 damage.
and I go, come and get me, and I kind of run, and I go my full speed, just to the edge of the mat,
Okay.
In the water.
in the water. Yeah.
All right. And you use your beast speech as you say that.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
understands you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yes. that's all I
Okay.
have.
Let's see. I have. I've made a D2.
Nice.
Okay. The Displacer Beast here, you see him look at you and growl. And then you see him turn back to the boat. And he now can see the gnome by the boat running over there. He also sees Dracus sitting up in the boat, bound. And he's going to move towards the boat here.
It's gonna take some moonbeam.
Did you not already do the moonbeam first?
Now he's
time?
moving.
I took...
It's on his turn. He did it on his
I
turn.
did it on my turn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he starts his turn
Yeah.
in there, so
Keeps
I'll
happening.
roll the
Yeah.
save. It's a con save, right? He saves this one.
Okay, so he takes that.
Yeah, that's the top of his turn. Sorry, it's just
Yeah.
your
It's
turn,
annoying
then
that
his
it's right
turn.
after, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 11, so it's what, half rounded up? Or half rounded down?
Rounded down, so 5 damage. And at this point, Lok, you gather.
Has it been a minute? Because this is concentration up to a minute.
No, it's not been a minute yet. We're on like round 4 or 5
Okay,
of
just
combat
making
now.
sure.
So we're like probably halfway, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Lok, as this displacer beast is again taking damage in your face, it is going to use its movement to come back over here slightly and comes actually into the river now and is going to use its attacks on the dragonborn. You get the sense
He doesn't die.
by its motions and its behavior, your beast speech allows you to understand that
Excuse me.
this beast is not hunting for pleasure, right? It's not sport hunting right now where it's trying to just see how big and badass it is. It definitely has a purpose to it. If you wanted, I'd let you make probably a nature check to see if you can roll to find its
absolutely.
motives.
Yeah.
Okay. You're unsure, but the beast definitely looks like it's looking for the easiest prey that it can find here.
Yo, Gnome just got stepped up in life.
So
like,
you
"I'm
notice
fucking
that
with this guy."
as it makes 2 tentacle attacks, both hit the dragonborn here, and I'm gonna roll some damage. All right, takes 11. You see now Drakus get 2 of these tentacles as it moved closer to the boat about 10 feet away, come striking down at this bound dragonborn in your midst, and he's unconscious. He appears to be incapacitated from these strikes.
Cool.
The
Don't worry about this.
Displacer Beast uses its tentacles with the last strike and grapples him, and now has the Dragonborn from your boat wrapped up in its tentacles, and he's restrained and unconscious, and it is your turn, Rin.
Okay. For the sake of my move here, he is actively grappling. Would that remove the disadvantage because now I know where he's at? Because he's like there.
Yeah, and
that make
actually,
sense?
you notice as some of these attacks and spells have done some damage, you can tell at this point that the subtle shifting and flickering has become less frequent
Okay.
than it has at the beginning of this encounter. And yeah, if you were going to make an attack roll against him,
Okay.
you don't think you have disadvantage.
I hop off the boat and kind of come up right next to him. And
Okay.
again, try to swipe at him with just my hands just glowing.
Inflict wounds.
And I use inflict wounds.
Okay.
At second level.
Go ahead and do whatever that does. Is it an attack roll?
Yes. 22.
You hit. 22 hits.
And then
22 hits?
This
That
unarmored
is
beast.
that is 4d10 necrotic damage.
Oh.
6 plus 9 is 15 plus 2 17 plus 6 is a number
23.
23.
All right. All right. Yeah. You swat at him again with this dark gray energy in your hand. You swipe at him and make
Imagine it's
purchase.
got like a purple hue to it.
Yeah. And yeah, you make purchase this time again. You're just kind of like swiping at its head. As terrifying as that might sound, you are brave enough to do it. And this time, the biggest pimp slap you've ever seen. the like sound is like that really good dap in like the lobby of the building, right? And it's like, and yeah, you do a bunch of damage, and you can tell now the Displacer Beast has, still managed to keep Drakus restrained, but is looking a little bit more desperate than when it began. It's not looking too good.
For my bonus action, I'm also standing directly next to Drakus. I'm gonna cast my cantrip, Spare the Dying, which will stabilize him.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah. So Drakus is stable now. You believe, at least, as... Is there anything... You just touch him, right?
I just have to be able to touch him.
Okay, yeah. You touch... Bam! You're just slapping everyone. You're just slapping.
Very different slaps, but...
Yeah.
That's back for you. That's back for you.
Yeah, you just bitch slapping everyone here.
Nothing seems to be working. I'm just gonna swing around.
You touch... The spell just says you touch him.
I touch a living creature
and
that
they
has 0 hit
stabilize.
points. They become stable.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're able to do that, no problem there, and you are pretty sure that he's not going to die unless he were to take more damage. You would know that he's stable now in this condition, but that doesn't mean that if he were to take 20 more damage, he wouldn't die.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
Okay. Grim Sprocket, still kind of hyped off of his thing. He makes a run for this Displacer Beast with his wrench held high above his head. He gets to the edge of the river and he's just gonna dive at him. He's gonna make an attack. Love it. You got a 16, natural 16. So he hits. And you see him go leaping through the air with this wrench above his head. He's like, I don't think he knows your names at this point. But he goes, "For these guys!" And you see him leap through the air, and his wrench comes down and bonks the Displacer Beast. It does 6 damage.
Nice.
To,
On a d6.
to the Displacer Beast here, who's now like, and yeah, you can see the Displacer Beast really kind of reconsidering what it's doing now. Lok, you're up.
I think we know how this goes.
I reach my hand up again, and I move the moonbeam, and this time there's kind of like a bright neon, pinkish purple electricity that kind of emanates in the core of the beam, and I crash it down upon the Displacer Beast again 3 times. Bam, bam, bam.
Okay, yeah, he's got to make a con save,
Con
right?
save, yeah.
What is that? That's an 8 plus 3 is 11.
I think it's 13.
It's right there. It's 13.
Yeah, 13.
It says it on that page.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. He fails.
10.
14.
14 damage. Alright, he's...
It's good numbers.
You see him now just, like... He's not bloodied, but he looks like his energy is just, like, depleted. He's holding on to this dragonborn with his tentacles above his head, and which kind of leaves him in the middle of this battlefield exposed from all sides right now. And he's looking around. Was that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna walk forward a little bit, just kind of down the river. I'm slowly making my way. I'm sensing that this beast is almost...
Yeah, you can tell,
in.
based on your understanding of bestial noises and behavior, you get the sense he's, like, very much on his last leg here.
Yeah.
He's got 6 legs, and he's on his last
He's
one.
on his last.
Yeah, and I'll kind of like look at him and just be like,
It's sad to see a creature as beautiful as you are waste your life in such a horrible manner.
I think he's just hungry.
You might be hungry. But you're still gonna die.
When you say that, you call out to the beast.
Yeah.
He looks at you and pays no mind to the words you've spoken. And it's his turn. Yeah, he's going to.
Start of his turn, take
He's going to attempt.
moonbeam damage.
Oh yeah, he starts in the beam again. So roll a con save.
Why
He
is it such an
does
area of
save
defense
this
spells?
time. He rolled a 17 plus 3.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Oh no. We're really dragging this one out.
The Displacer Beast is going to use his movement now to take this bound dragonborn in its tentacles, and he's going to try and leap, make a running leap out of the river.
And as he does, I get an attack of opportunity.
You sure do. Sorry, I'm excited.
It's 10.
10 does not hit. Again, every once in a while, this shift in his form, and you reach out in all of the action. The Displacer Beast kind of moves its tentacles and Dracus like a good 8 feet.
Is our gnome friend in attack of opportunity?
Oh,
range?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
actually,
He attacked him.
yeah,
like
he's
melee.
right there. You're 100%. Thank you for reminding me of our good pal Grim Sprocket, who we all know and care about so much.
Oh, I care about him now, man. He's like my best friend, dude.
Natural
He,
20?
you see him, he's still kind of like picking himself up out of the river, and now that he's standing in the river, it's up to his waist, and he's like, and he does like do out like he's like ah, and he attacks, but makes no purchase this time, just like you. The Displacer Beast is going to use its movement to jump out of this area. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just straight in the air. Wah! And is going to land there. Dracus is with him in his tentacles as they begin moving into the jungle itself. It's going to actually use another action to jump into the top of this tree here. And he's still within sight. He's moving to the jungle, but he's in the treetop about maybe like 15 feet in the air now, in the canopy there, with Dracus kind of dangling a little bit lower as the tops of the trees do not allow for him to carry it above him now. He's carrying Dracus below him, hanging underneath the branches of the tree. Rin.
Shit. He's looking hurt. I'm going to...
Drakus is unconscious, but stable. And the Displacer Beast, even you at this point can tell, it's retreating currently. It's got a bounty, but it's retreating.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to Guiding Bolt.
All right, make an attack roll.
11.
$11 does not hit.
I know.
11 does not hit. Anything else, buddy?
I'm going to take chase.
All right.
And come like up to here.
Yeah, you run from the river, splish, splash, splish, splash, and make your way to the sandy riverbank there, where you are not, 10 feet from the tree of which this Displacer Beast is in now. The Grimsprocket shouts,
The scroll! Use the scroll!
and he's gonna go through his backpack and try and find something. He takes out, it's literally just that jar of nails that you kind of pulled out from his pouch, and he's gonna roll. He moves a little bit closer to the riverbank here, and he rolls. Wow, he rolls a 21 to hit with his jar of nails as he throws it at the Displacer Beast.
Let's go. You told him anything could be a weapon. It's a good study.
I'm gonna do 1d4 plus 2 because I don't really know what.
Well, you're in charge here.
Which is 4 damage. Which is exactly what.
Let's go, Grimsprocket!
Grimsprocket, runs to the beach, and you see him, pick up this thing and just says, "Rah!" and throws it. It, the luckiest shot you've ever seen. This jar of nails cracks on the skull of this Displacer Beast, who then just, topples down from the treetop there onto the floor, the jungle below you, directly in front of you. You kind of turn around, you're like, huh? As, both Drakus and the fallen Displacer Beast are now on the ground. Drakus kind of topples out of its tentacles, and the Displacer Beast just, big puff of dirt and dust.
I pick up Grimsprocket and I go,
Yeah, he's like,
Woo! That was exhilarating! I can't believe it, guys! Did you see that? Oh my god! I can't believe it! Wow, you guys are really amazing. Thanks you really helped me out. Find my courage there. I feel like I can do anything. Let's take on another one.
Easy.
maybe calm down a little bit here, Grim.
I do like your enthusiasm, though.
Oh, I feel like a new person here. Ah, can we? Are you sure we can't?
I'm gonna pass out from this excitement.
I walk up to him slowly, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I go, Grimsprocket, you are now an honorary daddy.
I mean, I was already a daddy.
Well, you're part of our daddies.
You guys are daddies too?
In a
How old are
sense.
you young?
It's more of a different type of daddy.
Oh, it's like a adventuring thing.
It's an adventuring daddy.
Oh, cool. Wow, so I'm like one of you?
You're one of us now.
Wow, this is so cool, guys. Wow, this is so much better than my last job. Dragon sucks.
You're not employed to us. Don't worry. You're just part of the team.
Oh, could you guys maybe help me get home then?
We'll get to the village and figure out what to do from there.
Yeah, because, I came with him. He brought me here.
Where's your home?
It's Rotterdam. Have you heard of it?
No.
Make a history check.
But we'll get you to Roslindale.
I don't make any promises.
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
What am I checking?
History?
I think I have 0 on that. Yeah, 10.
Okay, the only time you've heard of Rotterdam is the gnomish pair of limbo champions down at the Luau Lounge. When they won and were asked where they were from, they said they hailed from Rotterdam.
Well, I'll tell you what. We know somebody with a boat back home. Maybe we can get something arranged.
Yeah, I'd be so happy. That'd be amazing. You guys could really do me a lot of good. You know, I really miss my family.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But it's nice to know that I'm safe with you guys. I think maybe I can do a little bit more next time we find one of these meanies.
Hopefully we won't run into such things. All right.
At this point, you want to just get back in the boat and try to
It's
just...
too shallow. We're gonna have to drag it a little bit or something.
We drag the boat to another part of the river that's deeper, but we can continue.
Okay, and
Is Dude Bro still stable after falling out of the tree?
yeah, go ahead and you walk up to him. He is stable. He is still bound, and he's still unconscious.
Cool.
At this point, the boat, which is kind of stuck on the rocks and the shallows of that center area there, is not going to drift on its own. Are you moving it?
We're
Is
gonna
that what
kind
you
of
said?
drag it this way in
drag
hopes
it
that
to-
this part of the river is a little deeper.
Okay. And as you begin that process
Roll for initiative.
3 more.
of getting back in the river, reloading all of your stuff, and moving the boat downstream once again, I think that would be a good place to leave off for us today.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good fucking match, dude. That was
Wow.
fucking-
Dude, 110 hit points for the Displacer Beast.
Oh, really?
He was at 106,
Oh my god.
and he rolled 4 damage exactly to get the killing blow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was perfect,
Well,
man.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yes,
If you made it
thank
this
you.
far. Like and subscribe.
See you next time on
Yeah.
Threefold Quest.
All of that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining us. To Nick and Sam, my players, thank you guys for being awesome and having a good time with us. We'll see
Sounds
you all next time we post.
For
Thanks a
Grim
lot.
Sprocket.
For Grim
For Grim
Sprocket.
Sprocket.
Bye now.
Welcome to Threefold Quest.